Kiwi fruit.
Kiwi fruit? Okay.
I ordered this
Kiwi.
kiwi fruit. Yeah, because
Okay.
I could go for one right now. I don't have any.
Fucking kiwi! We're alive, by the way.
Dungeon Master took a psychic damage out the ass.
Wee wee. Wee wee. Wee wee.
Okay.
Kiwi.
So the first order of business before we
Fucking
actually play is when we finished last time, I was trying to get you guys to hit your long rest button before we finished because you were heading towards the upper area to the Blushing Tankard.
Mhm.
So if you want, we can kind of rewind before that, and you guys can interact with the staff. Otherwise, it's going to be relatively late. The staff will probably just lead you to the room. You can still interact with them the next day. But I'm going to let that be to you guys what you want to do. Cari said it might be fun, but if you guys really just are not kind of very interested in the tavern scene right now, you want to do it the next day after you have some more chance to kind of explore the town, that's okay too. So I don't want to rush this game anymore like we've done in the past with other stuff. You guys are in a low impact, like low stakes thing for now. So you should feel like you can interact with the taverns and talk with people and fuck around if you want. So, hey Diaz, thank you for the sub, Betty.
Hello.
We haven't
Hi,
started yet,
Diaz.
so we can say hi to you. Yeah, so whatever you guys want to decide, I'll let you guys decide that, and then we can actually just get started.
You mentioned that when we got to the tavern late, right?
Yeah, it was like something like 4 in the morning or something, because you guys were investigating after
Yeah.
midnight.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think
Did
that
we just go to bed then?
Well, I mean, you guys were investigating for like 2 hours, right? You checked, you're talking to people, you went inside of the prison, you checked it out, you got the whole walking into town and meeting each other. Like that probably took another hour, so it's easily 3 in the morning, and probably would have taken you another 20, 30 minutes to get up to the tavern area.
I think I feel like maybe what we would have done is sat down and had something to eat and drink if they were still serving food, because we probably hadn't eaten, and maybe we chat then.
Is that what you guys want to do?
With that,
well,
with
yeah,
that
I was gonna say, can you re-describe what things are when we enter in so that we
Yeah, I
can
can do that.
interact with it?
Yeah.
And then we can go from there and order
Sure,
food?
yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
That'd be a good way to get to know each other, I suppose.
Yeah. And you said it's like 4
Hang on.
a.m.?
Yeah, she is.
Let's see here. Jodie, I can
Hi,
sometimes not hear what
Daddy.
you're saying. Just as
Yeah,
a
it's
FYI,
coming
it's
in
kind of a little
really
choppy.
quiet.
Sorry, let me look at my settings. Why is it doing that?
Excuse me.
I don't know if it's internet related or if it's like audio related.
I'll have a look.
Internet.
Okay.
Like last week when you would talk, it wouldn't pick up the first half, but then it would get
Yeah,
louder
it's the noise
as you
gate
talk.
thing then, if that's the case.
But it's a lot quieter this week than last week.
Yeah. Last week seemed like it was really
Because
good.
I think. Oh
Shit.
man. Okay. Let me
Launch my
try and
fucking
change it
pencil
back
over
to what
here.
I had.
Alright. Alright, welcome back everybody. This is session 2, and I just realized that the description of the show will be wrong because my Twitch information says back from logging on the Pokemon Go, so let's do that.
Oh, entire session will be take a long
Oh.
break.
I'm going.
Yay.
What about now? Is it better?
Okay, you hear an echo of who, Diaz? Test.
Let's go one by
Myself?
Oh, you know what? It might be from. I noticed in our last campaign with Falar, I was catching you and my mic quite a bit.
Is it in Cari's microphone? Oh, you know what? It might be in my.
No, my microphone
Can you
is
guys
catching
listen to
yours.
the VOD real quick, Cari, and make sure it's what you're saying?
I can see my audio catching
Oh.
you.
Is it now? Is it clear? Yes, is it clear now?
I don't see anything at the moment. Can you speak, Rob?
Test.
That's you.
I also had my chat mic sent to the samples. Maybe I do need that. Cat mic has music and not.
Excuse me.
If I change the headset, is it way worse or better?
Oh, that's nice.
Me there. Lovely jubbly.
Okay, I'll leave it at that then. I'm using the headset
Okay.
instead of the computer, the laptop's mic.
Okay. If you guys are listening to the VOD, can you hear me twice?
It just picked up you again.
Okay, then your mic is too sensitive, Cari.
Sure.
You need
Which
to
is interesting since you guys are always saying it doesn't pick me up, but I'm glad.
Leah
that
says
you
no
guys
more
are-
echo.
Yeah, I didn't think there was. It's only when I'm talking loud and Cari's also talking,
Yeah.
probably.
It picked up on you a lot when I was watching our full hour game.
Yeah, that's definitely your settings then.
Where do I need to?
It would be in your noise gate.
Right. Ah, yes.
What do we call this again? Under the surface?
Yes.
Under the surface.
Session 2. Alright, gotta update the description. That way we don't show up in Pokemon Go anymore. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys.
Excuse me.
Alright. Alright, we ready? Here we go. Let's try this. So, you guys kind of navigate and realize that fatigue is hitting you pretty hard. After a little bit of investigation, and then the adrenaline kind of falls from both the investigation and the bang that you heard. The fireworks are no longer firing anymore, and it begins to start dimming as you finally get up through the lifts to the upper city, which is almost half the size of the lower city of Hupperduke. However, the town is much more open. You can see some people are passed out on your way through. There's obviously some people vomiting into a bush. There's just some beer stuff like tankards and ale. Just kind of the smell of it is everywhere, mixed with fireworks and gunpowder, or black powder, excuse me. Jodie, thank you for the sub, by the way. And also, you guys kind of find your way through the Blushing Tankard, not from any other directions, but rather the majority of people and the only sound kind of left going in the main gangway is towards that tavern, where you can see some lights still on and people moving around. There is some activity when you go to the door and open it up. There's still some people there drinking, but most people are sleeping or walking out or kind of paying bills on their tabs and leaving. Traditionally, when people are kind of party hard, it's that, you know, that later from dusk until a couple hours after midnight, between, you know, 1 to 3 a.m. is when people start petering out. But when you get in here, you can see there is a glorious mane of red hair on a gnome behind the counter that you quickly can see kind of bustling with paying bills. And there's also another, a woman that is also a gnome, running around to fulfill orders and drinks. And says, as you enter the tavern, you can hear, she says, "All right, you poor sots. Last orders on the kitchen or I'm going to shut you out." And as she says this, you guys also, when you're entering, there's some various spiraling ivies. They're just beautiful, natural on the walls of the inn. It looks like it used to be an old hitching post at one point. And the tavern's bar side, it doesn't have as many tables as you expect. It's a very long bar, but the bar's also a little lower than you might expect, because the clientele is not your height typically. And also there is a half elven gentleman that is playing the piano in the corner and is slowly nodding off on a nice ballad. Dun, 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 dun. And you see that there's like, he has just like a name tag. It's like a pin. It's just like Waymar is his name.
The pianist?
The pianist, yeah. Oh, Cari, you're really quiet now.
I turned my audio down.
Well, I need to keep you high.
Because it was until right here, it was still picking up your mic, but I will turn you up.
There we go.
'cause-
Okay.
Wait, you can hear me now?
I just turned you up.
Okay.
I had you down at 70. Okay. But yeah, you guys walk in, and the barkeep says that.
What was the name of the pianist again? I was writing it down.
Weimar.
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 MAR. Okay. The elven pianist.
Because she says, last call for food, and then she says, all right then, Weimar, you can go off. I see you nodding off. You're good for the night. Get out of here. And you see Weimar picks up a cane and a top hat and kind of just, excuse me, miss, walks past Jesliann as you guys enter.
Shall we get something to eat? I'm pretty famished. You must be hungry as well.
I can eat. I forgot I have accent.
I forgot I has accent. I'm also Russian now. One time I was Hispanic, and next I was Spanish. Now I'm Russian.
The other day I totally intended to have an Indian accent for her, and then I watched much of the break.
Oh, okay.
Cari, can you put it a little closer?
There
you go.
Okay. So I suppose I can eat something. Can we ask them? She said something about the last call. Can we still get a room?
I think she was talking about the food, but I hope there's some rooms available.
We should.
Do you want to ask? Or you want? Can you ask?
should check.
Speak up, please.
Sorry, I'm kind of falling. We should ask about the rooms just to make sure. I don't want to walk anymore.
First and foremost, room. Second, food.
Sure. Okay. Excuse me, young lady.
Oh, I'm flattered, but it's still last call for food. What do you want?
Oh, we would like to order some food, but just before that, I was wondering if you had any rooms available tonight.
Let me check. I'll be right back. And she runs over and grabs a clipboard. The clipboard is also very interesting to you, Jesliann. It has a pen-looking object, or a quill, that looks to be made out of metal. And it also is like attached to the side using some magnets. And on top of that, when she detaches it from the magnets, it zooms onto the top of the thing and starts kicking pages back on its own. And then
it starts ticking pages back.
It's flicking them like a finger might.
I'll flick. Oh, okay.
Tick or flick, same type of thing. And then it like goes to the last page, and then moves down, and then taps this section, and she grabs the pen and sticks it behind her ear, and she says, "Looks like we got one room left. Only 2 beds, but I don't know how many you got. Looks like 4 of you." Looks behind you.
There's 4. There's 4 of us.
3
Sorry,
and a half, and looks at Shifa.
Do you have like futon or bed, like cloth to sleep
We
on
probably
the
could
floor?
whip up a couple extra pillows and throw them on the floor for you if you like.
That would be nice.
All right, that'll be 2 gold for the evening. For how many nights you need?
I'm not sure. What do you think? Just 1 for now, or?
You can always drop by
Maybe
tomorrow.
2 for safety, to guarantee tomorrow.
Well, it's 2 gold a night if you change your mind. There's no checkout times. You can just come by and we'll clean it out. People ain't too picky when it's late, so I don't actually even need to clean them in some cases. But it's appreciated if you can tell us ahead of time.
Yeah, but we could go for two nights, 4 gold, one gold.
Yeah. 4 gold to do it, and that'll get you a complimentary drink in the morning. Usually it's she like leans over the bar. It's to pick you back up from being on your ass all evening. So it's not exactly an alcoholic beverage, but it'll get you up and running for work in the morning.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right, what should I put the name down for? For the group or for a person?
Oh well, we don't have a group name right now.
That's all right. I can write it down under someone's name.
All right. Okay. Well, since you're conversing with me, I'm Jesliann. Incankoth Jesliann is my name.
You said a lot of language there, miss. Could you just give me one?
Just one.
Yeah.
Should I write it down for you?
You know what? Sure. She like turns the clipboard around. Here you are.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And she like reaches behind her ear and hands you the pen.
This pen's so interesting. Okay. There we go.
Yep. And the pen, like, is very easy to use. But again, this is like your first time ever using a pen because like quills are how people write. So this is very interesting. It's like there's like a ball at the end of the quill or the pen, you know what I mean? It has like ink that comes from the inside. It's like, oh, this is a fascinating object.
Yeah, very. Hold on,
It's so smooth. Smooth to write.
Yeah, okay, so write my name down.
Yep. When you write your name down, it flashes, like there's a little light at the end of it, and then the light flashes 3 times red. She's like, oh, guess we're full up. You're the last one.
Oh, blimey.
Well, at least for tonight. I'm sure some of the rooms might change tomorrow.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that'll be 4 gold, unless you'd like to add to the tab for a meal. You said you were hungry, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Hey, Sid, can you take? She reaches over the bar for a second and basically just drops out of your view because she goes behind the counter and just completely disappears. And she's like, "Hey, Sid, can you take this clipboard? I'm just busy with a customer." He's like, "Yeah, yes, I can." And you see him kind of just take the hair out of his face. Ah, what a night. And then he like looks up and like, "My, you're a tall one." Whew. And he like grabs the clipboard and kind of just trots over to the end, and it just sticks on the wall by itself because it's a metal clipboard. Probably another magnet. But yeah, this guy's very full of himself, has long mane of like a very nice red-haired mullet and completely clean-shaven gnome. And he just looks tired.
How does he react to my hair is like red flaming kind of.
Oh, he just like he's like bit bopping on his own world.
Yeah.
And then she like grabs like a little step ladder, like 3-step ladder, and kind of gets back up on the countertop. She says, "Sorry, Jesliann, what would you like to eat? I gotta clean up that kitchen so I can get hop to it."
Oh sure. Well, I'm fine with the set menu. I'm not too fussed.
All right.
I'm not really hungry, but I kind of want something to drink. Do you have tea?
What would you like?
Some type of tea to help me sleep.
Right. What do you want to drink?
Tea.
We don't have that. I can either get you
You
some
don't have
water.
tea?
I can get you some ginger infused kickback to get you out of that dizzy, or I can get you some strong booze.
I would rather have the ginger.
You want the ginger drink then?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll cut the portion in half. You don't look like you can handle it.
Wait. This is not alcohol, is it?
No, it's meant to bring you out of it.
I'm not in it.
So water.
Did you put like some sort of seasoning in it?
I can put some salt in it.
Like a lemon, salt. Okay. Sure.
She just blinks. And what are you be having? And looks at Caidi.
Caidi.
I've actually no. I'm standing. Huh?
What do you want to drink?
Did we get a room?
Yes, but we're getting something to eat or drink.
Oh, some water would do me fine, thank you.
Would you like salt in it?
What? Why would I want salt in my water?
Better than water. In water.
She like grabs a salt shaker and puts it on the counter, and runs over and puts 2 tankards of water.
Are you going to drink that
I'm going to drink it.
with the salt?
Just a little bit to give it a little flavor.
Well, Jesliann, we got some chicken thighs and it looks like a last order of potatoes I can fix up for you. Nothing fancy, but it'll work. You want some bread with it or no?
That's fine. No bread, just the potatoes and then the potatoes is enough
All right.
carbohydrates. So
And
yes.
anything to drink?
You think you had a strong tipple?
Oh yeah, I got a strong nightcap right coming up for you. And she like winks at you and she goes to the back.
Yes, I wouldn't mind that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Could I get a spare empty cup, please? I'm just like staring at.
Sid. She like she's already behind the kitchen. She just yells at Sid, and the guy with the hair is just kind of like twirling his finger, and he's like, "Oh right, yeah, sure." And
Are
he
you
like
sure you don't?
like puts a tankard on there, and then kind of just like leans up against the tankard and goes bam, and like as he leans on the countertop and starts twirling his hair again, absentmindedly the tankard slides, completely empty, right up in front of you.
Thank you.
No problem. Don't mention it, man.
Are you sure you don't have like a lemon?
I can get you a lemon.
Thank you very much.
He does like the eyebrow. I'll get you a lemon.
I feel a little bit relieved.
lemon, right?
He like goes behind the bar, kind of hits it with his knee, and then like there's a bucket that seems like it falls off, and he catches it with his hand, like reaches in some ice, and then pops up this just rank looking lemon. It does not look ripe at all. It looks old, but it's been preserved in the thing, and he smells it. Well, what do you think? He like holds it up to your nose.
I really appreciate.
No, I wake up a little bit and I just tug on her arm. No.
Why has he got to sniff it?
No.
Then he does the thing where he like
I'll go with the salt.
he like tosses up the lemon and then goes like this and hits it off of his arm and then catches it in the bucket and throws it in there. He's like, thought so. And then puts the salt shaker next to the salt shaker that's already in front of you. He's like, there's
not
two.
Put it in the bucket. Like it should go out of.
This is staying in the bucket, miss. This is for customers that really need to get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
It's like smelling salts, but it's stronger.
I see.
Mm.
I'm gonna
You
keep
don't have like any flavor. What do the children drink?
Children in this establishment? Are you crazy?
Don't know. I guess not.
Well, listen. Your food will be right out. He looks at Jesliann. It'll be out in a second.
Putting salt in my just a little bit of salt.
Well, most of the customers are clearing out, but I need to go help them. And he like points to this like these two elderly people that are supporting the young people who are just smashed.
Nice.
And like the elderly people are just carrying them and kind of going to the counter to go pay their tab. And so he walks over, and you guys are left alone. Shifa, they did not give you the time of day. They did not ask you any questions.
No.
So, but I don't know if that would really even register with you, to be honest. That's up to you to decide.
Probably not.
I mean, you're not hungry at all.
I know. Yeah.
I'm aware.
Wouldn't really be an issue raised in my head yet.
Yeah. Jesliann, as she comes out with your food, someone asks for an order, and she just like pokes them in the noggin, just pushes them away, and they can like fall over because they're so drunk. It's like, you ain't eating nothing in this shop like that. Get the hell out of here. You got work tomorrow. It's 4:30 past.
It is the lemon.
And then she grabs the two salt shakers in front of Layla, and she puts like she does this very interesting thing where she puts like a napkin down, like, and this is not napkins in the sense that you guys would understand them. This is like a rag, basically, like a very nice rag that you would have as a dainty piece for your mouth to clean up afterwards, like a nicer place. So she pulls one of these nicer rags out, puts some salt in it, and then she wraps it up in like a little package, like this tiny little 4-cornered wrap, and then she shakes it, And then as she shakes it, she kind of just tosses it up and then punches it. And this shower of salt just goes real slow. It's like very light looking salt, and it just salts your dish very nicely, Jesliann. And then the rest of it just falls on the countertop. She lifts your plate to you, and as she bows, she takes the napkin and goes and blows the rest of it on the back of her countertop behind it, and it just goes on the floor. And then she's like, your dish, ma'am.
Oh,
that seems terribly
very
wasteful.
nice.
You can see there's
thank
lots
you.
of salt on the floor behind her.
Seems.
Hey, listen, we gotta do
incredibly
style
wasteful.
somewhere in here.
Preserve the floor, I guess.
I'll be back in a bit. I gotta go prep your room, just to make sure nothing's out of place or dirty. I'll be back in a bit. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Casey, are you okay there? You're nodding off. Are you okay?
I'm sorry. I don't usually stay up this late. I'm more of a day person, so don't worry, I'll be fine. I just drink this water, clear up my system, and head straight to bed. I'm more looking forward to that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe the salt water will help you clean out your system better.
No. No.
Oh,
Maybe we should find a place to sit and.
I'm sitting.
Oh wait, I'll be sit. Okay, sorry. Okay. I get a bit shy.
Don't mind. I can take the floor on the beds if you do want to. Myself and I. Do you need a bed? She looks at you, Shiva. No.
No,
Yeah.
no need.
We
I don't
can,
sleep.
Don't sleep.
Oh, don't sleep.
Does not sleep. Okay. How does that work? Do you get charged?
Don't. No.
No.
You don't sleep? How do you feel better in the morning?
I don't need it.
Curious.
I look a bit puzzled.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
So what do you do when everyone else goes to sleep?
He puts his hand in a pouch, takes out some like nuts and bolts. Generally, just absorb some of these and just chill out for a couple hours. That usually is good enough.
You
Dreams?
absorb them?
What did you say? Dreams? No, I don't dream. I don't sleep, so I wouldn't dream. That wouldn't make any sense.
True.
You don't eat, right?
No.
How do you absorb?
Just have this cavity. Like I show this like sliding thing on my neck, and you just put stuff in there, and eventually it'll be absorbed.
It's kind of like a more advanced looking latch, and then like a compartment, almost like a drawer, but it doesn't come out. It just kind of goes down.
Storage?
What
Yeah, like, sorry, you go ahead.
what kind of stuff? Like food?
Metal.
You
Usually, yes. Usually any scrap pieces I find. I just collect and keep it for when I need it.
Oh, wait, you were doing that earlier, weren't you?
Yes.
So it's almost like you have food to eat with us.
Little near my jewelry. I know you wouldn't eat it. It was a joke.
Perception check.
A lot of these like jokey moments and stuff, you just see him blinking his eyes like
Yeah, it just doesn't register.
I don't think
Right,
that.
right.
I don't think that Layla's laugh is helping you.
Yeah.
Because she has a very awkward laugh.
After a little bit, you like the barkeep. She comes back and she says a couple words to Sid, and he nods, and then he grabs like a very large broom and something to prop the door open outside, and he begins to sweep. And then as you guys are talking, the woman comes by again, and she doesn't say anything to you guys. She just taps Jesliann on the knee while you guys are chatting and hands you a set of keys, and the keys have a number on them. And she just points to the number without interrupting.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Don't mention it. Have a good night. Yeah, so she just says that to you while they're talking, and then shuffles off without trying to interrupt.
Right.
So how many keys were there? One for each of us, or just one?
I think it's a set. A set. Oh, it's
Yeah.
one. Okay, I think we're in one room, right?
Well, actually, it would be two keys, one large key and one small key.
For 2 rooms.
No,
It's
one room.
Why are
Why is there 2 keys?
2 keys? Shouldn't there?
Do you stop her?
I'm asking the group actually.
You don't see the keys. You're having a conversation. Only Jesliann has this.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why there's 2 keys for one room.
It's for the storage chest in the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can put some stuff in there and lock up.
Okay, got you.
So,
Storage. Oh god, what is that? Is that on the Google
Rob,
thing?
I don't have prestidigitation, but because I'm a fire genasi, would it make sense that I could at least warm up a drink in my hand?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
Little.
I'll just do that with my teacup. I'll be like, warm me up. I'll be like, well, at least it's warm.
It'll be a little warmer than lukewarm, yeah, but it's not going to be boiling or anything.
Just like playing with the spare cup, just
Right.
quietly waiting.
Cari, I have a question. So you know you're a fire genasi, yeah? Is it like parts of you are like lit up and on, like I know it's like
Yes,
you're not literally on fire. It's like you can see like almost like this magma underneath your skin or something.
Yes, like there's the cracks, and then I do like to envision that like the sections that are on the sides of the cracks are still glowing through a little bit under the skin. So definitely like lava magma.
Subsurface scattering, if you know anything about
Subsurface scattering, that's what
video
it
editing.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is your hair
So-
on fire like Karlak?
No, it just has a glow to it.
Okay.
So it's not
The glow
actual
for her
fire,
hair
but
wouldn't be at the tips of it like Karlak's. Hers would be more in the
Right.
roots. The roots would be kind of
Yes.
giving the hair a natural kind of faded glow from the
Yeah.
base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Kind
it
of like
kinda gives you
inverse
the
roots, right?
vibe
Like
of
if someone
fire.
is like a blonde roots and they've dyed their hair black, that's kind of like that. It's like but it's more of like the reds and the oranges and the yellows at the base.
Sorry, Jodie, I interrupted you.
Dirty
I just
firebrand.
a dirty firebrand.
Blonde.
Fire blonde.
Oh, dirty
I was like,
fire. Oh,
what is
okay.
that?
Right.
Firebrand.
Yeah, so I know.
You dirty firebrand, you.
Cheese and rice. woman.
No, I was just asking. I wanted to get a better, visualization of the character. In like I imagine it was maybe a slightly dim pub with an ever so slightly glowing fire ganassi? Is that what?
Yeah, there's
is
still
it?
a
As a
little glow.
slight note, you do notice that now that you have gotten a good look in lighting, like in a tavern, Layla does have elven ears. So
Yes.
very long elven
okay.
ears, and they are dark. So even though she's a fire ganassi by looks, as you guys know, in the world, ganassi are essentially half-blooded genies or half-blooded elementals, and they're very rare
I didn't know
in
that
most places.
personally.
Yeah, well,
I
this
didn't
is
know
something
that
that
as
you'll know
a
in
player.
character, is that they're relatively
In character,
rare.
okay.
Yeah, they're relatively
Okay.
rare races. There are some pockets of them, but traditionally, they're generally recruited for warfare or for certain abilities. Like, because they have some innate magic inside of them, similar to elves, their magic is, because they're rare, is more useful in other situations that would not be normalized. So they have some innate magic that traces back to the primordial origins of the planet. And traditionally, like, there is a whole lot of mystery around their origins. So like each one has kind of their own story as to how they may have come into be. And sometimes it's kind of a touchy subject for them. But some people may not even know their origins as well, because, you know, they're very, very commonly bastard children. Like, they don't have families usually.
Wait, what?
Like, they don't really know, like, they may not know their mother or father, or it's relatively common that, like, one of the parents would die in like, if the mother was not the elemental, if you will, or the primordial, or the genie or whatever, the mother would be very common to have died in wedlock, would died in childbirth, because birthing a child that's half element is dangerous. So you'd have to have, like, very, very traditional things. Or if, you know, it's the other way around, it may not be that way. You know what I mean?
Wow,
like, if the
okay.
woman or the female figure in the kind of baby making process was the
Baby
elemental, they'd be a little bit
making
more
process.
resistant to that problem. So
Yeah,
anyways,
it's
this is just a little bit of
elves.
lore about how ganassis are. But yeah, because none of us, I've never had a ganassi in my games with you guys. I've run a ganassi in my first campaign, but there was a little bit more mystery in that one. And they were a little bit more common in that universe.
Okay, yeah, because I guess my character knows, but like me as a player, I literally know nothing.
Yeah, so
So-
again, like, Caidi would know this inherently, that all wood elves and all high elves can have any number of skin tones, but traditionally drow skin tones are very dark, like borderline blackface dark, if you make sense. Like, that's how dark skin the drow are, and they have kind of like a black tone to a purple tone. It's like a very broad spectrum, but they're all very dark, and they're very much not brown in the sense of, like, Indian descent or African descent. There's very few that are not, like, pigmentation is actually black, right? It's dark brown or light brown, and that kind of pigmentation on the color spectrum. But in D&D in particular, drows are like black to purple.
Okay, so they don't really look human, like a human's.
Kind of,
like,
yeah.
real
That would be a very, like,
flesh,
it would
so-
be probably better to assume it as more of like an alien-like
A lot
appearance.
of them have white
Okay.
hair as well.
And they
like,
have-
they
yeah.
very white.
Yeah.
Very white
okay.
hair, yeah, or silvered.
So, and Layla is, you know, a lot like lava. So even though those cracks are shining up, her skin on the surface is a very deep ashen
gray, like slate gray.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little
okay.
darker than her character art, but I couldn't get it darker.
Okay, so that with the elven ears and a
Oh, sure.
And
Elven-
it's not very
elven-
clear what elven backdrop she has, because the ganassi blood
Yeah.
is very strong.
Some Ganassi do have the same skin tone as she does.
right. Okay.
So it could be Ganassi, it could be elf, you don't know.
So it varies depending on the mix of the parents.
Yeah.
It could also be like under very rare circumstances, like even more rare than ganassis themselves, you could have someone who is a full-blooded ganassi because they have a ganassi parent, rather than a genie parent. That is also a possibility. But traditionally, if you have a Genasi parent, it doesn't really show if you're like a quarter Genasi, right? You're all-blooded Genasi, right? You have elemental blood. So you're basically, if you have elemental blood, it doesn't show whether you have a percentage or not. It's just a matter of if, it's kind of like a dominant recessive trait, but it's a whole body trait. Like, are you going to be Genasi build, or are you going to be Elven build, or are you going to be whatever your other parent was, right? It's not just half and half every time.
So a quick question: is it like a first generation Genasi would have one like Elven parent and one what was the other thing?
Some kind of elemental being, yeah.
Right.
Like an Ifrit
Okay.
or a genie.
That's a
It can be
first
3D
generation,
or
but
genie or something like that, yeah.
And it doesn't have to be an elf. It can be
Oh, Georgie in it.
human.
Okay.
Or...
So it's possible then that they would be a first generation Genasi, and then two first generation Genasi parents could then have a full-blooded Genasi child.
Even if a Genasi themselves, so like Layla's a Genasi, right? So if Layla married a human, their kid could be a Genasi with human traits or a Genasi with elven traits. Or they could just be a like half elf.
Okay.
But that would, if they get the Genasi blood, if they get the Genasi trait, they are Genasi. Does that make sense? Or Genasi, like if you want to take the J sound from the genies, is probably traditional to say they're Genasi, but you can say Gen or you can say Gen. It doesn't really matter to me.
So
Dominant gene.
they're rare, but they like you're saying maybe one parent would die or something like that. So like there's not like is it like there's like tribes of them, or are they just all very much like, because they don't have families?
It's hard to say. Like for this is where we're gonna kind of break out of the world and more into your personal experience with that type of question. You could that's a question you could roll for. But like, to give you an idea, Jesliann and Caidi have never even met one.
Yeah. Also,
Like, that's how rare they are.
The Genasi on Wildemount continent, Rob said, tend to be put into what's the word they used, press ganged.
Press gang, yeah, they're pretty much pressured into war or
So-
like some sort of shady business.
That might also be why you haven't seen one.
Okay.
But that's specifically
Layla
on
said
the
she's from
continent of
Marquette.
Wildemount.
I believe you did tell them you're from Marquette in character.
Yes, I
so,
did
yeah.
say.
Yeah.
All right, but I'll shut up.
Okay.
That's probably enough lore for now. If you want to ask
Right,
more
yes,
lore, Cari
yes.
would know.
Yes,
From her
thank you.
character. You're welcome.
I'll do my best. If you want to ask me in
Yeah,
questions,
if Cari
in
doesn't know, she can
character.
just ask me.
Yes. Well, the reason I asked you about that is because I feel I'd be able to see what she looks like. I wouldn't be asking
I mean,
her.
there is a very,
Character.
like, Jesliann, you are a bit older. There is a very slim chance that you would have met Genasi before.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah.
the thing is, Genasi's and dragon blood don't mix well. So, if that makes sense, like, you don't, it's kind of, I don't think I've even ever heard of someone that wants to play a Genasi that's half-blooded with a Dragonborn. Because that would mean that they have their bloodline descended from a Primordial and also a Dragonkin. That's like a very wild circumstance.
Much mythical fabulousness.
It would seem that like one of the traits would take over. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
and I think that in this element, that I think the Dragonkin would probably take precedence. Like, their blood might be stronger than kind of the Primordial blood in that sense. At least when they're competing with one another inside of the same vessel. So, if someone of a dragon blood or Ravenite, like Dragonborn bloodlines, would have had a child with an elemental or a primordial, they would just be Dragonborn.
Really?
Yeah. More often than, I mean, like I said before, I don't think it's even possible that you've seen one in your line of work as well. Like, it just probably wouldn't have happened.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
Caidi, I don't even know if this might even be your first encounter, even hearing about them at all. Like,
I would think I've probably heard stories about them, but like just seeing one is like, oh, I don't believe it at all. You
One of
know?
those things.
it's very
Yeah.
similar to actually your reactions to meeting Shifa for the first time.
True.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Like, huh? I've heard
Like an
stories.
automaton that's fully in their own mind.
Yeah, that's
Highly unusual dream I'm having right now.
Yeah.
True.
Very
true
uncanny
point,
valley
you
meeting
need-
for your first time.
Yeah.
yeah. On another one more quick question: is Caidi a human or is she an elf?
She's a wood elf.
I'm a wood elf.
Oh, wood elf. Okay, right. Thank you.
But
So-
I think Goldy said that he is darker skinned, like wood elves. So this
Yeah.
would have been something that his family has as a unique trait. I'll just say like genetically. They're just darker skinned
Okay.
elves.
And blue hair.
Golden brown with aqua colored hair.
Aqua hair. Okay,
Yeah.
got ya.
All natural, baby.
So now that we are,
Ooh.
I guess, sitting down in the light, I feel like Jesliann is probably taking a little bit more notice of Shifa right now. I hadn't really seen Shifa's like features or whatever, and she's you know
Just
she's
chowing down,
eating.
staring.
Yeah, she's like maybe because she's a bit tired, she's like being less what's the less inconspicuous than one should be.
Yeah.
You're like missing your mouth.
Yeah, just hucking a potato.
One has a fork, the other one has like a pen or a quill, just taking notes.
God.
But you're taking notes with your
With her tail. Your tail's taking notes.
No notes. Jesliann is just eating.
All right.
This is a spoon.
We presumed a bit much, huh?
For a second, I think like they changed it around. Eating with the quilt, writing with a fork.
I was picturing dipping the tip of the tail in an ink pot and just like
That would be pretty
Well, the tail
dope.
itself,
Yeah. I don't even think Jodie's decided what her tail looks like yet.
You said it's very long, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Would you like to have a unique tip to your tail, or is it kind of just normal, like lizard tail?
What do you mean, like a unique tip, like a triangle tip or something?
Well, you know how the dragons have the frills on their head. I'm sure that you could potentially have like a slight spining to your back, like a back ridge that could extend through your tail, a slight one. Or maybe it doesn't show up until it hits your tail, and then the spines kind of show up there. Or you could have bumps, or I don't know, something to do with electricity. What's that? There's a dinosaur that's like Archaeopteryx or something like that. It has like feathered bits on the end of the tail, like one of those Lost Link type dinosaurs. You know what I'm talking about?
Archaeopteryx is like
It's also a Pokemon.
gliding dinosaur. Also a
Dinosaur
Pokemon.
names.
My favorite dinosaur is Microraptor. Microraptor is my favorite one.
Jodie, you have my permission to look up blue dragon art if you'd like. You can look up some blue dragon art if you like. They have like very strong ridges and thick tails usually.
Strong ridges and thick
T-Rex
tails.
type tails.
The best way I could describe
You
it
know
is
those
it kind of just
spiky
looks like an
ones?
extended spine. Like the spinal cord looks like what the tail looks like. It looks like bone almost.
Just a blue dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Like, as in, like, the blue dragon would be, like...
You can just look up blue dragon
original-
D&D in Google, and you can just do an image search and you can find a bunch of them.
I do like the
Okay.
idea of you having a spiky
Yeah,
tail.
I
like,
had a
swap
Dragonborn. I,
spiky tail.
yeah, I guess I'll have to think about that a bit more. I hadn't thought about a ridge or spike or anything in particular like that.
Okay.
That's just one thing is that Jesliann has no shoes on. The Dragonborn don't wear shoes. So
Again.
most of the pictures that I see of Dragonborn, they do not have shoes on. So
Very clawy.
they have big
Oh, wow.
claws. Yeah, I think they have like 3 big toes, it seems to be. And maybe 1 like dew claw.
Mm.
Something like that. 3 or 4 big toes. I think it's like normally 3 big toes. So yeah. Yeah, I'll think about the tail situation.
Okay.
But yeah, so
No rush.
Jesliann is maybe gonna talk to the Shifa. Shifa, I can't help but to notice your rather exquisite machine. I've never seen such the workmanship like this. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be rude. Like, you're a beautiful machine. You're very beautiful machine.
The concept of beauty doesn't register, so it's just like blinking.
Do you say that?
No.
The concept of beauty
Just
is
staring.
incompatible with my brain. Yeah. Cannot understand.
Cannot compute.
You're a rather exquisite
Socially,
machine. No,
I
it's
should
not a
accept this
euphemism.
favor, and I am grateful.
Mesh, I assume just like we see you blinking, but you zoom into your brain and you actually just say it out loud. Something like that.
A lighted question mark shows up on your forehead.
Oh my god.
Shifa,
It's
where?
the Pokemon battle exclamation point.
Yes,
Ding.
Oh yeah, when they
You walk in front of them, yeah.
when they
There's actually an emo for Final Fantasy 14 with a question mark and a. Let's see.
there is.
Continue.
Yeah,
I'm looking for it in the gifts.
I remember getting them. I think I had to buy it maybe. Yeah. Shifa, where did you say you're from?
To be frank, I don't know. I was awoken recently.
You got woke.
How recently? Like,
It took us how long to get here, Rob?
Off the top of my head, like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So I'd say
Let me just double
3
check.
weeks.
3 weeks. You have no memory before 3
Mhm.
weeks.
Affirmative.
Hold on, because it makes the cat ears go up. Yeah. Yeah. A
What
few
was your
weeks.
First memory.
Seeing the faces of the people who woke me up.
Yeah, 12 and a half days.
12 and a half days plus, so 19 days. So yeah, 3 weeks roughly.
If
Weeks in this environment are 10 day.
Right.
Just like
so
Faerun.
2 weeks.
So 2.5, yeah.
Wait, hang on, weeks are 10 days?
Yeah, same in Faerun. Most D&D weeks are 10 days.
This is news to me. I didn't know that.
It's called, they call a week a 10 day.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Are you not a scholar?
No, Jodie didn't know.
They
It just now
bloody
knows.
brand.
Don't even try it, Mandy. Don't even try it. This man knows.
Sorry. I apologize.
Scholar, you need your glasses.
Shifa, what were they doing? If I might be so bold to ask.
I'm not sure how to put this. Give me a second. Okay. They were
You
trying
turned
to
off and turned back on again.
Yeah.
The windows.
Blue screen.
Loading.
Blue screen.
Loading blue screen. They were assembling me to to draw a portrait because they were fascinated by what I was.
Oh,
And I can appreciate that.
that's
wanted
nice.
To draw a portrait of you, or you to draw a portrait?
Of me.
So you have been awake for around 2 weeks.
Affirmative.
But definitely not a recent build. I mean, I haven't seen any modern machine with this type of craftsmanship. I mean, you can barely see the seams where your joints are. This it's almost seamless. I've never seen such a. It reminds me of something, and then she starts muttering stuff.
It's true.
I would like to find my creator if that would be a goal at some point.
It might be still a little bit more bold of me to say this, but perhaps they were asking you to draw yourself so they could see if you understand what you are.
This is fine.
You know?
What? No.
What? Did I say something wrong?
No, so Jodie, I'm laughing at Mesh in his reaction to what you said.
Oh.
Sorry, I won't interrupt. Sorry.
Well, it just makes sense if they want to see if you are a sentient in a way. I mean,
They didn't ask me to draw myself. They were trying to draw me. I just said that.
oh, I'm sorry.
She's very sleepy.
Sorry, I am sorry. I'm rather tired. I'm usually better at picking up stuff like this.
It's okay. I'm actually ready for bed, but wait, what was that face for? Shifa,
He made a
you
face.
made a weird face.
Did I miss
What?
that?
Maybe I don't know how to read your face. Maybe that is why. Never mind. You're okay.
There is no lips and stuff moving, so you're just picking
All
up.
I did was see Mesh trying to make a face. I was like, oh yes.
The lower part is just.
You guys hear some
Also,
dragging
yes,
on
I
the
drank-
floor,
I heated my
like someone's
water
dragging
naked.
like 4 duffel bags, and you look around, and Sid is using this very wide broom to push people who have passed out on the floor out the front door.
Like sweeping them like that.
Yeah, he is
They
pouring
roll.
with sweat. Like, you guys have been engrossed in this
Wow.
conversation, but he has gotten so many people in one spot, and he's just trying to push them all out. And then you just see him
Yeah, he's
brush
got
his
that.
brow, and he's like, damn, I shouldn't have done it to him all at once. and then you
I
guys
get up and I just get up and help him.
start throwing people out.
Yeah.
That's
Just
fine.
like lift them up like
Yeah.
one hand.
You don't even have to make a strength check. You're strong enough to just pick him up and throw him out politely. As he's doing this, he says, "Hey, thanks for the help, mate. I don't know why I thanked you." And he just like whatever, and he like brushes his hair out of his face, and then kind of like uses a little wash rag to kind of dab his head, and he goes over to the other barkeep, and they have a few words, and she hands him some keys, and then she like looks at all of you and kind of just does one of these and waves and leaves, and closes the door.
Oh, I wanted to give this back to her. Turns out I didn't need it. Oh well.
What are you giving back?
The cup. I kind of thought maybe you couldn't drink that salt water, so I was gonna give you half of mine.
Oh, I drank mine, but if you want to just leave it here, she probably will pick it up.
I suppose. A question: how can you drink that? Was that not icky?
It was a little icky, but it's better than nothing. Like, she started twitching when she drank it earlier. She's like,
Okay.
I suppose.
Okay, I guess you don't like water on its own.
Not really.
Okay, that's
You hear a
little
thud on the
strange.
counter, and Sid's feet are like propped up, and he starts reading a book.
Oh, it's not like you have to at least boil it or something, you know? You can get like diseases from it.
Yes.
I mean, if
Normally a week ale would be better than plain water, probably.
the
Yes,
The
but right
temperature
before
does,
bed,
but-
you know that's actually true. It probably would have been better to put a little bit of ale in instead of salt. I'll do that next time.
Jesliann, you're already starting to get tipsy.
I look.
Oh yeah, because she's had a
Mhm.
little
Very strong nightcap. It's kind of like
yeah. very
you
strong
realize that
nightcap,
like
so-
your conversation and like energy for Shifa is not actually probably as tactful as you probably think it
Yes.
was. Now that you're kind of
Yeah.
feeling the alcohol of it, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Maybe I was
Yeah,
staring
she
a bit
wasn't-
too long there.
She definitely was not being tactful or discreet.
Yeah.
And that she wouldn't have wanted to come across. She wouldn't have wanted to come across that way, but was inadvertently, just the alcohol and the tiredness and stuff like that. So yeah. Oops.
Rob, last week you said one of them had goggles. Which one was it? of the
That's a
barkeep
good question.
people.
It was
was
Sid.
like-
You said he had them for looks. That they didn't have any function, but he wore them around his neck.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds right.
Yeah.
They look more like ski goggles now that you're looking at them.
Maybe
I'm
it's to
still
keep the
listening.
salt out of his face when she chucks him.
You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, these wireless headphones are coming to their own now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, by the way, I didn't drink my water out. I didn't drink my water also after the conversation with
I'm gonna watch.
Layla.
She's curious.
I just stand like, okay. I grab the whole bottle and I just down it in one go. It's like, I've been wanting to drink that for a while. That feels much better.
You downed that really easily.
It's
I was
water.
expecting you to like. Oh wait, you didn't put the salt in it.
No, of course not. Well, why would I do this?
I thought you were going to be like, you know, after you drink the salt water, but you just drink.
I didn't want salt in my water.
You should heat it up next time, though. You don't want diseases.
I can prefer cold water. I can feel it going down my
You can
insides.
heat it up and then cool it off. But I
That
don't
just-
have a way to
I
cool
feel
it
like-
off. Only heat it up.
I feel like that just making me wait extra longer for the feeling of the cold water going down my insides.
Well, if you want diseases, then I suppose it's okay.
You know that the water that we get is purified, right?
Do you?
Like it's all. Yes, you don't have to worry about diseases when we get served food and water.
I'll be honest, I know that, but I don't really trust these people.
I'm about to speak. I'm about to speak. Remember something like. You know
I
what?
just got
that's
the
a fair
vibe
point.
that it's late at night and they're just at a bunch of drunks and maybe they don't. And they had that lemon.
I understand.
But it's
the lemon.
okay. They have a good place for you to poop if you have the runs.
The concept of pooping has now entered my mind.
Facilities.
Like, oh, I didn't consider this.
Don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask it, Manzit. Don't ask it. No, you're gonna ask.
I probably should have got more water. Never mind. Anywho, so what brings you here, Layla?
So, I want to make sure that I can give information out.
I
I
remember
don't
you
think
said
I
earlier
have.
that
I
you were
don't
here
think it's a secret.
to look for something. I think it was.
Yes. So, I am part of an organization from market, and we are trying to expand our organization into Wildemount. However, it is really difficult because there aren't any sky ports in the area. Also, we don't know that much about Wildemount to begin with, so at the moment, my job is to kind of learn about Wildemount and where potential locations could be, as well as my mentor told me to get stronger. So that is also something I need to do.
You're you're a scout, is what you're saying.
I am not a scout, but I am scouting. That's
I
not
feel
my
like you
job.
just
I'm
said the
not
same
supposed
thing
to.
twice in different
No.
ways.
My job is not supposed to be scout. I am bodyguard, but for the bodyguards, I am currently scouting. I'm doing the action of scouting, but I am not a scout.
Okay. I've got it. I understand. I
go
understand.
very quiet, trying to understand this information. You should go. I'm just like, uh-huh.
I think there's probably a little bit of a language barrier there too.
Okay.
Anyways, why are you here?
Huh? Me? Twiddle my fingers. I'm looking for work. I look away from everyone.
Wait, did you say you walk away from it?
No, I look away when I say that.
Ah, you know, you don't have to tell if you feel uncomfortable.
Well, it's weird. I am looking for work. That is the truth. But let's just say I'm trying to figure things out right now. Sorry, I hope I haven't offended you or at all.
Why would you offend me?
Because you
I don't even know what you
everything
said.
about yourselves. I haven't really said anything. It's not that I don't want to trust you. It's just I don't really want to talk about it right now.
Honestly, so I did.
I think that's fine. I mean, we've just met. So you know, it's spill the beans and everything.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have some secrets, right? You know, don't tell sometimes I tend to be too open with people, and so my mentor often tells me, "Hey, don't talk about that right now, because they don't want to hear it." I eat the poop thing earlier. Sorry about that.
Caidi says something about pooping again. Okay. Okay.
Anyways, just so you know, I tend to be how do you say it? I just started speaking in Japanese. I almost went into Japanese just.
I heard there. I heard that, yeah. I did that last week as well, by the way.
No, I can't not say it though. So, my mentor, as well as other people in my group, have told me that when I speak, it doesn't always sound nice. Like, I'm very honest. I say things as I see them. But it doesn't mean that I don't like you or I'm being mean. I'm just like, oh, look, you're fat. Oh, you're not fat. But you know, like I say things.
Oh. It's a good quality.
It's not like bad. It's just like, oh wow, that's a bird. That bird is blue.
Okay. But I feel like there's a difference between calling someone fat and calling a bird blue, but I understand what you're trying to say.
That's a good point.
I mean, you're not lying, I guess.
I don't lie unless I have to.
Uh-huh. I understand.
But I don't need to lie with you right
me.
now, so all is good.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know.
Also, out of character,
Hmm.
maybe it wasn't nice to say the word fat. I know that could be
No, but
negative.
I like that you
like-
said it, just to like, there's a line like, oh, you think the same thing. Great.
Yeah.
Who hasn't gone? Have we all gone in terms of his histories? Jodie, have we
No.
gone?
Nobody asked me anything.
Right.
Sorry, I just...
No, you don't have to. I'm just letting you know.
No, we want to. Jesliann,
Oh yes.
be okay if I can ask you about you?
Oh well.
You,
Look.
maybe get together woman right now.
I don't know about all that, but I'm trained in archaeology. I've been in the field of 20 plus years. And once divorced. No offspring at all. And I'm still in the field. Doing research. I knew. It's very interesting actually. I just new artifacts. We just discovered so many recently actually, and it's so well. The prevailing theory is that it's of AO origin. AO is one of the great flying cities, and that's we discovered the site recently. I haven't been there myself yet in person, but I speak to my colleagues, and this is this artifact, and she's looking around like she's almost gonna put it out, but I'll see you later. But, come to think of it, I really, she's looking at she's looking at Shiva, but she doesn't finish the fort. She doesn't finish the fort. Yes. I came to well, I'm going to meet an ex colleague. Well, actually, he's my ex-husband as well. So just funny enough, but I was going to consult with him on this one of our latest findings. You see. And then there's another personal matter which I won't bore you with that going to think about and try and earn some money and this that sort of thing. And she's like rambling a bit because I think that alcohol is
Yeah. Layla's trying to pay attention. She's like,
Yeah, Jesliann, as you're talking, Layla's definitely nodding off a bit.
yeah. Yeah, that's about it. We got our secrets and stuff like that. So maybe I'll shut my mouth. Else, if she's maybe talking too much.
No, it that sounds very interesting. Like it sounds like you lived a very full and wondrous life.
Well, I'm not. I'm got one foot in the grave yet, darling.
Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. I didn't even mean to offend like that.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I kind of admire this. Like, you've done so much. It's inspiring.
Well, here and there.
you are very passionate.
Oh well, if you look into these things, I'm sure you'll find it fascinating as well. You can go back and see some of the histories of the people. I'm sure your people as well. Although I haven't really come across your kind very much. Really, to be honest with you, but a few times, and looking into the history of peoples and cultures and civilizations. Help give a sense of one's place in the world, and how everyone's connected in some way. Although I know we're all very different, that sort of thing. But we all hear.
You guys can hear from the bar Sid snoring, just so loud.
Please.
Maybe. Yeah, well, that's about it really. Maybe we should head to bed now. What do you think?
Yes, that the bed will be
I
really.
think we're all
Rob.
I'm
dropping off.
I'm quite wide awake right now.
Yeah, Mesh.
I don't know how you want to play this, but do I have a way to recollect my previous life, or is it you gonna play it that I don't recall it at all?
You're the one who invented no dreams for your character. So
I'm just thinking that AR has been mentioned in this whole conversation.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say something, but I wanted her to finish. I think hearing the word Aor has some kind of like out of body experience for you. Like hearing something that is just like, or deja vu. It's just very foreign. And it sounds like you've heard that before. Man, that sounds so familiar. And she also says like artifact and something connected with that, and it's kind of like piquing your interest a little bit, despite her trailing off and not really having much substance to that sentence. It was definitely something that piqued your interest. It's like, okay, interesting. It might be from Aor. From Aor. What is he trying to get at there? And I think for Layla, you have no clue what she's talking about. It's just like, what the hell? Some artifact from some wild location with the name AR. Okay, cool, great. Whatever.
Yeah,
what is that?
exactly.
You
You
know?
know the flying city.
A flying city, right. And then Caidi, I mean, it's kind of up to you if you want to have a role for this, but Aor is kind of like, what is that?
I think I'll just be just like paying attention a lot more to the point that I'm no longer sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, you're like listening intently, but it's kind of like listening to a professor for a class that you haven't taken any credits in,
That's exactly what I was
thinking. I don't know what they're talking about. It sounds really interesting though. I'm into it,
Yeah. I have no idea what you said, but it sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds dope as fuck, but you're like, I don't know what a flying city sounds pretty far-fetched.
I could listen to Jesliann go off on a tangent for hours.
Yeah. All right, so you guys head to bed? Yeah? Okay, so you guys find a pretty homely looking room. There's literally just like some pretty clean pillows that have just been tossed on the floor and a couple of extra blankets. And a note that says, I don't know if you get cold on the blankets. And
it says,
then there's
I don't know if you get cold.
Probably for
yeah, it's for you, Cari.
Man friend. Oh, me.
You're a fire ganassi.
Yes, I do get cold.
Okay.
Yeah, pay for it.
So just in case you get cold, type of a note, and then there's a chest there that you can see is relatively big sized. If you needed to throw some bags in there, probably can fit about 2 or 3 backpacks worth of materials and supplies. If you wanted to leave something behind, or you bought something that you needed to store during the day, that sort of thing, because this is a town that has a lot of supplies in it for a lot of suppliers, so it would make sense that people would come here and buy some raw materials and then need to go back out and build something and then come back and then travel home. It's pretty common practice. And again, this place is set up like a hitching post, so it doesn't really have the nicest room. You could probably see your room almost looking like a hay bale storage area at one point. It's not really made for bunking and bedding. There's like a pretty weird looking window. It doesn't really have shutters, or it can open. It's just kind of like a long window. probably was converted from just a hole in the wall at one point. So, but at the same time, rest does not take long to find you if you are a sleeping type. In the case of Layla, that ancestry has long passed your blood trait, so you need to rest. It is sleepy sleep time. Jesliann, much the same. But for Caidi, you can choose how you would like to meditate pretty much this evening, whether you need to use the bed or you want to Layla want to fight for the floor. And Shifa, much the same. You got to figure out what position you want to power down in for the night.
Yeah, I'd probably be like on my knees, just crouched down and in a corner somewhere.
So you wanna on your knees, as in like Seiza, like Japanese Seiza pose, where you kind of like have your
yeah,
like samurai Seiza. Okay. And then
because I think cross-legged would be weird for metallic legs, so makes sense to be on your
well, I
knees.
mean, it would probably not even be cross-legged. It would just be flush to the ground. Like you could just manipulate the leg joints to sit weirdly enough that it wouldn't even have to cross. It would just be.
And I haven't figured out how my legs look properly, so
Yeah.
having knees forward makes sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, he just kind of
I'll probably
positions
be a bit
himself
more
and sets his eyes towards the door, but not like at the door. Kind of like perpendicular, his gaze to the door frame. Sitting near the door. There's enough space for Layla and Caidi to kind of fight over who's going to sleep on the floor.
He said I'm sleeping on the floor.
Caidi doesn't sleep.
So when I entered the room, I'm like, wait, so we really have one room? And then look at the bed. I'm okay with sleeping on the floor if that's okay.
Okay, I've had to sleep on the floor before. It's okay. I'm fine with it.
I've done it too. I camp out sometimes.
You, if
I'm
it's
okay with it
okay.
too.
You look like you aren't the type of person to sleep on floor, so I was just trying to be nice.
I actually don't sleep per se. I kind of meditate.
She like goes, oh, and she looks over and like looks at your pointy ears. Ah.
Yeah, you trance is what it's called.
Twitch.
Yeah, elves have a trance.
I'll just sit in the corner over there. I'm okay with that.
Okay, I'll take the bed then.
Okay.
Grab the blankets and more the barrier.
You'll take the bed where you're sleeping together. That's nice.
Wait, are there two beds?
Are there two beds?
I'm not.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was like one giant bed because it's one room. My bad.
That is actually the second time I've said that.
I apologize. To be fair, it's rolling into the character of being a bit...
Very,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so last question is to Goldy is, how does Caidi trance, and do you want to trance for the full 8 hours to match everyone else's rest, or what would you like to do in the 4 hours of interim that you would not be trancing?
So I would think after the long journey that Caidi would actually be exhausted, even though she's quite lively right now, and would want to do the transfer for the full 8 hours.
Okay, so the full 8 hours is basically their full 8 hours. For you, you don't need that. So as an elf, you only need to transfer 4 hours to get a full rest, but you have to do light activity for another 4 instead of what normal classes are, where they sleep for 6, light activity for 2. Yours is trance for 4, and then light activity for 2.
Okay.
So it's a kind of new thing that you get to play with, but it's very common in D&D for elves.
Should I specify what kind of light activity I would be doing?
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just letting you know because this is your first long rest as an elf. So you can like light activities like reading or kind of like pacing or just like keeping watch, those type of activities. But if you're gonna like cast spells or like study, like study is kind of like a if you're gonna study to the point of needing an investigation check, you can't do it. But if you want to study just kind of like light reading and kind of like refreshing your memory on something, that's fine. But you can't like go stroll the town or anything.
Well, what I was suggesting, what I could do is that I could first rest up, trance, and in the last bit, rather than just actually leave, I could like just kind of look out the window, or maybe could go outside in and just relax and just pay attention, just see how people act.
Yeah, you can just watch the
But-
sunrise, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Sounds good.
it'll be.
You can all mark a
8
long rest
o'clock?
then, if you haven't already at the end of last session. And as
Yeah,
you
I
make a
think
long
I'll
rest,
just one.
as you guys long rest, you can start seeing the sun peek out. You rest late. It will be close to noontime, and you can already hear a bustle outside. You probably woke up a couple times for those of you that do. Shifa, you hear the outside actions and people talking and building sounds from far away very early, like within a couple of hours of going to bed. There are people all across that are working hard and starting their work much earlier than you guys could even realize. And as you wake in the morning and come to, maybe even slowly, each of you kind of get your bearings, wrap things up in the bedroom, and walk down the stairs towards the main level of the hitching post, or rather, in this case, the Blushing Tavern. There are no patrons, and Sid is fast asleep at the front desk. And after that, you hear just a few footsteps here and there outside the front door. And that's about it. And we're going to take our break as you get ready to start your second day.
Yay.
And I'm going to get some water.
I'm gonna make my coffee. Let's have our break music.
Poop talk has made me want to do poop.
Wait.
No, I'm
Thanks
trying
for
to
that.
talk about it less, but it just made.
Oh wait, I think I'm muted.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just gonna go get my phones.
Oh wait, am I
Yeah.
muted? No, I'm
We
not
can
muted.
hear
I
you,
said
we
thank
can
you for
hear
that.
No.
Thank you for that, Goldy. Goddamn poop.
Poop
Why was there
talk
poop?
is
Why?
healthy. You should
Why was there
always
poop talk?
talk.
Oh,
all of a sudden.
Every day, tens of people forget that they need to poop. It's our job to remind them that they need to poop.
Why do
We
you
have
want
a
to forget
watch.
something like that?
yes.
Do you feel like that? Anyway, I'm not talking about this anymore. I need to go. I'm just going to the toilet.
Why is it our job? Who pays us?
But no,
First of all, who the fuck pays us to do this job?
Who pays us?
We need to let people be aware of what we need to normalize poop.
Mesh, you can pay us. That's who's paying us. Alright, okay, I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, I'll be back.
Oh, everyone left. That's weird. Hi, chat. Guess I'm taking up the reins once again. How y'all doing? Okay, everyone's gone. Time to rate who has the sexiest chair. Hey, hold on. Look at this. It's a cloth chair. It has cloth. You can't see it. I just realized that. Ding. Nothing but cloth. Why does it have cloth? The leather starts falling over. In fact, if you look at my ground, you'll find lots of leather. It's kind of gross. I need to hoover. I mean, I'll take over for the moment, I suppose. Ain't no one else here. Cleric is a man. I guess. To be honest, this was a present from two friends. God, I don't know, 10 years plus at this point. They bought this for my birthday because I chose not to buy a normal chair. Instead, I stole my dad's footstool and used that as my seating. And they hated it because it kept going like this all the time and thought, fuck it, give you a proper chair. And I'm like, cool. I kept using the footstool. I like it. I like the swing. But unfortunately it broke, so I had to use the goddamn chair. Bloody annoying. Oh, that's it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I have had this collection for... Ooh, it's 10 years since I've actually done it properly. Obviously I've been playing games for long before that and had, you know, bits and bobs, but 10 years ago is when I first properly started to collect games. I got a few rare ones, but I guess the one I'm probably most proud of, because I didn't realize how rare it was, is probably... Where are you? Ah, here we go. Boop, boop. Probably this one. Mostly because I had no idea it was a limited release, and I played this because I love it. It's a bloody good game, and turns out if I kept it wrapped up, this would have been a lot more money. Who cares? Good games all worth playing. But yeah. I always like to dangle things from it. This thing over here, which I'm sure, Mesh, you will recognize this, is the Gamescom ticket. Well, ticket card, whatever, that we used not but a couple months ago. Yeah, I always like having things like that in the background. Love that Pikachu. So that Pikachu was not the one I wanted. I cannot remember which one it was, strictly because this was years ago. This is when Sword and Shield were coming out, and the exclusive one that was released for the Pokemon Center at the time was sold out, so I got that. On the other hand, I did get this though.
I just wanted to. Oh yeah, I got one of those as well.
Cute one. Super.
Let me say about the sorry, the what do you call it? The money for the inn, right? We all it's like 4 gold.
4
So
gold for
we
everyone
should
for
all
2
mark-
nights.
So if we just all mark off 1 gold, that'll
Yeah,
be fine.
that can
yeah?
work. If you
we
all
do it
have a
that way.
gold, you can mark off.
Because we don't have a
Already
collective
did.
pot. We don't have a pot yet. Collective.
not yet.
You know. Not yet.
Already marked off a gold.
Caidi isn't a cleric of knowledge. I'm gonna be sad. Well, you enjoy being sad because he's not.
I'm type up.
At least not yet.
What is
Never say
Caidi
never, am I right?
Cleric of? What does that mean?
My ramen Pikachu's making you
I'm
hungry?
so
Yeah, I've
sorry,
got...
because everyone's
So
back.
Goldy and Mesh have the London ones. I've got the Yokohama one because I worked London. You can see my cue cards as a caster right there. And my all access pass right here to prove it.
Yeah, we all got similar things on our walls.
And then this one right here is a Fuecoco with the Onigiri riding a sushi roll. And you can't buy that
Wait,
anymore.
Where is it? Huh? Where is it?
Also around these parts, Fuecoco is known as my son.
Why?
Very cute one. Best one of all up.
The fire starter. I know what it is.
Yeah, the fire starter.
Fire starter. Oh, I like this. I chose the duck. I didn't finish Scarlet and Violet. Don't get me started on that again. I barely played it. I played that.
Sounds like a
2
personal
hours of
problem,
it, I was
dumbass.
like, no, right? They said they was gonna fix that game and they didn't. That's the issue.
I'm still working
I'll
on my
probably
coffee,
go-
but I can be in chat now. It won't make noise.
Working on your, I like it. The coffee takes work. It's not just. It's a hard-earned coffee. That it's nothing of work, and you blood and your sweat and tears into the coffee.
Carrie, hurry up.
Okay.
Fucking around. Get your coffee so we can play some D&D. You guys spent an hour and a half role playing in the tavern that was optional.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
For that long, but I guess it kind of makes sense to do that.
You guys don't know anything
It's
about
early.
each other. It's fine.
We don't know anything
Yeah.
about each other this early in the campaign, so yeah, we didn't. So
We don't know anything about each other ourselves, to
Yeah,
be fair.
I know. By
we
intention.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know anything about any of you actually. But I especially want to know more about your character, Mesh.
Alright.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll find out together.
Also, Jodie, we need to figure out. Jodie and I need to figure out what your artifact looks like. A broken piece.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I would like it if you came up with it, but at the same time, if I came up with it, I could probably come up with a future thing for it. If you're okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the thing for him is going break, but since we've already had the break.
So I've got an idea. I can
yeah.
DM you right now that I've been working
Okay,
with today.
yeah.
If
Sure.
you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
Mesh,
If there's
check
any,
chat.
yeah, if there's anything in Excel, we'll be there. We're always in Excel.
Dude, no. We gotta go there. There's gotta be something. We
That's
need to
what I just
buy
said.
stuff.
We're always gonna be there if it's something in Excel.
Oh, I thought they meant like Pokemon Go stuff. I actually didn't realize we were having it back in April. I thought our next big Excel thing was going to be Comic-Con at the end of May. Mr. Jodie, I hope you're listening.
There is
Yeah,
something in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I was really considering going, Rob, but it wouldn't make sense because there's no point for me.
Sorry, say
At
that again,
least
Mesh.
this year.
Sorry.
The competition in Liverpool, I was really considering
NAIC?
going.
That's a good idea.
Or,
Yeah.
sorry, EUIC?
EUIC, the regional one, not the.
Yeah, you don't wanna go?
IC. I was really considering going, but I'm not gonna go.
Oh. Not even to try and compete?
EUIC, I'll try in EUIC, but the thing is, even if I have a chance of winning, which I don't, because I haven't prepped, there's no chance of me to going for the championships in Hawaii. Yeah.
Why?
So, yeah, the championships are in Hawaii this year.
Pokemon stuff.
Well, if you
Oh
get,
my God,
the
that'd
you
be
can get enough
really
points to get a
cool to
travel
go.
reward, and you don't pay anything.
No, it's not the travel thing; it's the visa thing.
It's the what thing?
It's having a visa to get out of the get in the country.
Ah. Yeah, well, either way, it'll be
I'd
fun
be-
experience to go. You know,
a tourist.
And-
your
and
your
I'd be
your stuff, your
delaying-
points and stuff won't matter anymore because they have to get points to win anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Either way, there's no point this year. Next year, I'll definitely try hard.
Mhm.
Because next year I'll be ready for ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain, so I can stay in the UK permanently.
That is
Yay!
Whoa, say that one more
That'll be
time.
fine. I can stay in the UK permanently after next year.
Yo.
Good.
Yay, we got you forever! You're never leaving,
It'll
mate!
be year number
And
5.
And then Mesh can scam the country so that
Oh,
Cari and
yeah,
I can
I know,
move
right?
there, right?
Then what you have to do is, Rob, get a divorce. One of you marry me, then the other one. come
And then
and
we'll
marry
divorce
Hold on.
you and then
Hold on.
go into polygamy. I mean, Cari and I'll get married again?
Wait, what?
me. Yeah.
It's got really weird really fast.
Okay. I say Rob should marry Mesh.
No.
What say you?
I will only marry one
I
person.
have my own
But you
freedom.
need to be.
All right, let's change the music and get this shitter started. So yeah, I actually have something to give you guys today. All right, let's do dun 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 dun. Jodie, does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay, you can kind of make up any other frills and flashes that you like, but that's the starting point. And remember, it's like that
Okay, yeah, I'll
1/4
think about
size.
it.
It's like that smaller size because I want you to, you know, have more things to go look for about it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was that for us or just Jodie?
Just Jodie.
It's just for me and artifacts that I am investigating.
Yeah, we kind of hashed out a decent idea. Okay. All right. Cari's pouring her coffee so she can hear you, but you guys wake up, walk downstairs, see Sid passed out. The door is locked, but it's locked from the inside, so you could easily unlock it and wake Sid up if you'd like.
Hmm.
Caidi has actually already unlocked the door and sat outside.
Oh.
So Katie's watching the sunrise, and is the first person up.
I thought we got up at noon.
True, but Caidi doesn't have to sleep as long as you do.
Oh, so this is hours later then.
Correct.
Okay. So sleepyhead. So he was awake at like 4 or
Marriage
5
divorce
a.m.
pyramid scheme. God damn it. That's great.
What?
No, it's from earlier.
Comments in Twitch.
Yeah. In Twitch chat.
Oh, on Twitch? Oh, I didn't see it.
DS is gonna save the clip
Ow,
to
my leg.
indict us, Cari. We're doomed.
Stay with you forever.
Let us know
Yay.
if you're gonna come down for the event.
Oh, because of that.
Calm down.
We both have to agree to the divorce letters anyways, so. Alrighty. What do you guys like to do? A new day.
A new day. Well,
I'm just
the
gonna quietly wait for everyone now. Chilling out.
what? Let's have a quick reminder of the point where we got to investigating the room in the prison. We found that little trap automaton thing that was broken, and some evidence of.
Yes, Shifa currently has it.
Okay, Shifa picked it up, and we have some evidence of explosive materials, black powder, but yeah, that the automaton maybe wasn't used in the prison break, and then we had the information via the the door-to-door inquiries we carried out about stolen materials. We don't know what they were used for, and oh yeah, there was that like suspicious bounty hunter elf that was trying to like rip us off.
Oh, you met her too.
Yes.
She found something in. She found a piece of paper in the fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Not the fireplace. There's no fireplace.
In the toilet.
In
Was it
the
the door?
Chamber pot.
did she say where
pot.
she found it? Oh, in the
Chamber
entertainment
pot,
part. Yeah, she was trying to sell us that piece of.
Is that-
She claimed it was valuable information. I wanted us to pay 50 gold.
For 50 gold? I don't think so.
Yes, we
A lot of
barely had
people
50
got that.
gold between us.
Cari, they were saying that you should all mark off a gold for the rooms, by the way.
I did. I
Okay.
heard
I
that.
get very quiet.
Alright.
We were planning to go talk to the fireworks people, right? About if they're missing.
That's right.
Powder.
Thank you. Yes. That was our next course. Yes.
Caidi had suggested that.
Yes, good idea. I think that's a good place to start.
Mr. Seed.
Yeah. What? Who died?
Oh, good morning. I sorry. You okay?
You see him grab like a
just say
big
who
hot
died?
like head of
How
ginger,
often does that happen for you?
and he boils some water and takes this half a head of ginger with a cheese grater and just goes and like puts all this ginger in a pen, and then grabs some honey
It's like,
and then kind of just goes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Layla, is this something you would enjoy?
And then he grabs a brewing kind of. Normally it would cover like a plate. He just grabs a plate instead of like the normal brewing stuff where you like the brewer shaker. He just puts a plate on the tankard and just goes. And puts the plate down and just. How can I help you?
so, there are the firework sellers.
Firework sellers.
Yeah, the people that are in charge of the fireworks that make them, that have the black powder.
I don't know if this is the place you want to go, but you could go check out the Firemark facility in the lower city.
Firemark facility.
You could go there.
In the lower city.
Lower Hupperduke, if you please.
Ah, okay.
Unless you're gonna need to jump in roll 20 to see where that is, bud.
Thank you very much. I am sorry to startle you. And please take care of yourself. Have a good day.
I need to reload. So.
Okay. Yeah, if you would like any other options or any other places, you can always ask around. People are pretty helpful. As long as you don't bother when they're busy. You got a map on you?
Yes, I do.
Lower Hupper.
Do you, Cari?
No, I don't, but Cari does.
Yeah, I can see.
So he points to a map on the wall.
Okay.
He points to a map on the wall and labels a place on the map you guys can see in roll 20 called H5, which I will mark now.
5.
Need to go and grab it. 1 second. Is it on the map layer? No, it is not. Oh, I didn't choose the right thing. That's why. There you go. Oh, it's on the token layer now. Oops.
Size it is.
Oh, we have to walk past the explosion site to get there.
Oh, down there.
So maybe
Where are
we
we?
can go back down, walk
That is
past
the Firemark
explosion
facility.
site.
Where are we now, by the way? Like, is it that yellow X?
We're up here.
Oh, we're up there.
You're up the lifts,
oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. So we do have to walk right across. Yeah.
The
Okay.
yellow X is where the explosion was.
Oh, right. Okay.
I can also give you some additional information that you have that I forgot to mark, which is H13 is the Silver Hall mines. That's where the mines are.
H13. Okay, and the mine.
Also, sorry that some of these are in red and white. I realized that the red ones were probably not as easy to read about midway through making these.
It was
So,
Firemark something
That's alright.
the Firemark facility.
facility.
Yeah, it's near the entrance, actually. It would have been where you met the gentleman that was at the causeway. That was by the barriers that pushed you guys to go south.
Firemark facility. So I guess that's where they're making or preparing the fireworks.
Yep. If you'd like to know any other locations, just let me know.
Need to have a little think about.
Also, I'll
this.
mark the barracks for you too. The barracks are H10. If you'd like me to remove these numbers at any point, I can also do those. I just need them for myself.
I'm making a little tally.
Oh, I see
of
them. Yeah.
So why was the barracks relevant again? Someone reminds me.
That's where the Crown's Guard were when you guys were investigating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We were headed
okay.
in that direction before the explosion happened.
Before we heard the explosion. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. And then we got rushed by those people.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So maybe we could. I don't know if we still want to go to the Crown's Guards, or if we still need to go there. But I guess we don't because they're the ones who charged us with doing this. So yeah, I guess we don't need to go and speak to them right now.
Don't, but maybe we could. It's on the way.
They might. They might have more information that we don't. Something they discovered while we were asleep.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yes,
And then head towards.
it's a good point. It's a good idea to check in. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's along the way after all.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's make our way to Lower Hupperduke, and we can stop by the. Well, I guess we also have to go past the explosion site, but we did already look in there. But I mean, if there's anything else we can think of, we could pop in. Though I don't know if they've secured that area or what they've done.
Cari, I don't see your token anywhere. I might have removed the old token, so I need to drag you back on. Probably gonna be too big. Oh, just a little bit. All right, so you guys go to the prison, correct? Very close, not far from the.
Not the prison, but the barracks.
Oh, you want to go to the barracks specifically, not the prison location.
Wait.
Well, I just said like we're passing by it, we could look in, but we don't need to.
I guess we get info at the prison, right? Not the
have a
barracks.
quick word.
Well, I'll tell you this: when you guys walk through the city, it's pretty well bustling. There's lots of smokestacks. There's people working. There's machine-looking things that are being wheeled. This is a very active work site. There are people even by the lifts trying to make it a little bit more efficient, repairing the stairs, working the lifts. Like there's a lot more activity here during the day. And people are busy, man. This is like right after the lunch hour has finished. People are moving. It's cooking. People work hard here. You can even hear the tinking of metal and the tinkering inside of the buildings throughout the city. It's just very loud. It sounds like you're just like surrounded by a bunch of blacksmithies. So it's a very cool place at the same time. It smells like black powder and smoke is in the air, etc. As you get towards the explosion site, or rather the prison break site, the Gearhole prison has some practitioners of the Crown's Guard, both a wizard and actually the same gentleman that was at the Crown's Guard the previous day there recognizes you as you come up and walk by. He's working as a crime scene holder because there is no one able to seal this place up within a couple of hours of its breaking, but they do have some repairmen kind of behind the Crown's Guard that are blocking off the entrance, that are observing the damages to see how they can better deal with the damage.
You said Bram is there, or different people?
No, the guard that stopped. Well, Layla and Jesliann would not recognize him. S.H.P.H.A and Caidi would.
Mm-hmm.
S.H.P.H.A and Caidi went to the prison and actually saw this Crown's Guard, so he would kind of just give you one of those head nods as you guys come by.
Hi.
Welcome back, I guess. I thought you guys were done here. Who are these two?
Thought that we.
They're
They're with us. We're all investigating together.
Right. Can I see your badges, please?
Oh yes.
All right. Yeah. That's fine. I got a quick thing from the guard captain, so you guys are clear. If you want to come back in, and for any reason, just let me know. Shift's gonna switch up here in about an hour, so I might not be here when you come back, but they know.
We just wanted to ask the details.
The guards were they also stationed here in night as well?
Just me. I'm wrapping up my shift from the evening. I took over.
Oh, we actually just wanted to see if there's any more updates. While we were asleep.
You think the prisoner's gonna come back and just say, "Sorry, I left"?
Well, I was kind of hoping you guys might have been investigating yourselves too. You might have found something.
He like blinks and like looks at the rest of you. Like, you do know that I literally stayed here all night, right?
Well, we do now.
Okay.
I don't have any time for that investigation. There's an investigation group that does that sort of thing. I'm a guard, mate.
Oh, can we talk to them?
If you can find them, I don't know where they are.
I think what she meant is maybe
I don't think
someone
they'll be
you
here.
heard word about it, but if you haven't, don't worry.
I just stand here watching doors all night.
Well, he's saying there's an investigation group. He means. Or ask him. Oh, do you mean a group of Crown's Guard that are leading doing the investigation? Because they're the ones who asked us to look into this matter.
No, I assume that was you guys. They told us that you guys were looking into the crime so that we could station up, and the stories were recorded
Oh,
from the
they're
people last
talking
night.
about us. Ah, okay.
They're talking about us. Okay.
That's at least what the guard captain told me. Captain Brom. He said that he
Wait,
hired you guys to go look into it, and he took the stories from the people that saw what they saw and put them in the register and said that if something comes of it, then we'll figure it out.
If anyone
I
asks,
guess that's fine.
we are headed to the fire mark facility to get more details.
Right.
I mean, like, we want to know if maybe there was something stolen from it.
From here or from the fire mark facility?
The fire mark facility.
Okay.
If anyone asks, that's what we're doing, is we're investigating that.
You got it. I got a break in about an hour, though. Just full disclosure. I will forget everything about work for an hour. That's how things go.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I will be taking our leave.
I
Maybe we should
have
be
a
on
good,
our way then.
good break.
Yes, we should be on our way.
It's like that guy that's a cop who just seems very like, what is wrong with this guy? You know, it's like, it seems like they're trying to keep an eye on you, but they're also like not all there. It's just very weird. Yeah.
As Mesh, as me, I feel him because I've done night shifts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Just
figured you would know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
It's
It's like, I'm just so done with people. I'm on my break. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm about to be done with my shift. I just stood outside all night. Leave me alone. Like that type of thing. It's like, I don't want any more trouble at the very end of my shift. Please, for the love of God, go away. I do not want to clean up another person's mess.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
Yeah. All right. So do you guys want to check it out, or are you gonna head out?
We should go.
When you say check it out, do you mean the prison?
Yeah. Do you want to get back in here and
check?
check things out, or do you need to? Are you gonna split now?
What does everyone think? I feel like we already looked in there, but I mean, you know,
I'm not making suggestions, just asking a question.
I'm asking the group. What do you think?
Let's split.
Hi, Dylan. Sorry.
I don't think there's any fear of any things that could possibly happen. Yes, let's split.
You saying let's split?
That's what you said, right? Do you want to split? I said yes, we split.
We could.
No. What?
Is that not what you
Let's
want?
go to the fire mark.
All right. If you're not planning on sticking around, I'm gonna ask you to stop loitering. So please get the hell out of here.
Okay,
we're
we
going. We're
go.
deciding where we need to go. Please relax.
You go down that way to
all
fire
on the
mark
same
facility. Last
team.
thing on your left.
Okay, we start.
Sorry.
We start walking.
Last thing on your right. Excuse me. That's Rob made him fuck up.
This. Okay. I mean, is this map is it orientated actually to true north, or I don't know?
Yes.
Okay,
There's
okay,
a
it is.
compass rose
There's a
on the map.
compass, yeah.
You zoom out.
Okay, I can see it now.
Yep.
Okay, so then that would be like
South side.
right.
South side near the
Yeah.
gates. Upside down U or an oddly shaped N. So you guys head over there. You can move your tokens there. Dozo.
Yay.
Dozo, my brozo.
Okay.
Rightio.
As you approach, everyone's dead. Just kidding.
So small.
The brown and red brick building is larger than you might have expected, and definitely in the daylight seems to be much bigger, with a black iron roof stretching over a massive compound. The pungent odor of sulfur and black powder reaches your noses. Oop, sorry. I want... Yeah, this one's fine. Sure.
Pungent odor of black
The pungent
powder
odor
and
of
sulfur.
blasting powder and sulfur reach your nose, familiar from the prison cell, is faint on the air, even here. And as you go nearer, there is a gnome guard approaching you with a very suspicious looking face.
You're a suspicious face.
He's got like a handlebar mustache, and it's like
That's definitely suspicious.
it's got oil in it, so he like twists them, and then you see him like twist his beard and kind of scowl at you, and then he picks up like a spear and slings a shield over his shoulder and kind of walks and approaches you and says, listen, I don't want to deal with any more adventurers. You're not getting in here.
We're not adventurers.
Well, it's a good thing that we're not adventurers. Here's our badges. You can see them, not adventurers. No?
Yes.
I used to
We're
do
part of
that
the
thing.
investigation team.
We are the investigation team, apparently. We're the investigation team.
Oh, this
that's actually true.
Sorry, never mind. This is supposed to be a female guard, but I just fucked it up. So he's got a handlebar mustache.
I like it
Sorry.
though.
It's all black hair, and he's missing his helmet, and he's balding. So there you go. And he says, "Really? You want me to believe that? You got an automaton with you. You're got a whip on your side. Who the fuck carries a whip?"
Who has a whip? Who's a whip?
It's me. It's me.
Oh, I didn't know you had a whip.
And she,
Look,
well, no offense, ma'am, but we don't get Ganassi's around here very often.
What does that have to do with being a guard?
I'm the guard here. Listen,
I-
I'm just
I-
telling you to
I-
buzz off. If you want to try to
Where's
get
your
past,
badge?
let me see that badge. Let me see if this is legit. Give it to me.
Yes, it's legit. Of course it's legit.
And if you hand him the badge, he'll check it out. I would like you all to make a group deception check, please.
But we ain't trying to deceive
deception. We're
him.
telling the truth.
You
We're
said that
telling
you
the
weren't
truth.
adventurers. It is a deception check.
Oh, right now we're not.
I said wait.
Yeah. Nah, come on. I said that. I said it. I said
This group has not had any adventuring so far. We are not adventurers.
Is
technically we're not.
our adventure group named the investigation team?
Chifa, what is your deception check?
Yes.
16.
Wow, even for you. Jesliann, what is your deception check?
Well, if you give me just a second, I will tell you that.
1.
We've been in some
Too
grand
fucking late,
adventures.
Josie.
Wait. It's not a one. It's not a one.
Jovi.
My name's not Josie.
Jovial.
Um.
Jovial Jodie Josie.
Okay. Right. I'll tell you
Jesliann
what it
Josie.
is. It's a 10,
JJ.
which isn't the best.
Okay, what is your deception?
10. 10.
10? Okay, Caidi.
I got a dirty 1.
Oh, incredible.
Oh, no.
Layla.
15?
That's a dirty. No.
Okay. Well, that is
Wait, what's the difference?
that is good enough.
I got 2.
I would
It
say.
means you didn't roll it on the die, so dirty 20 means once
So,
your
Mesh, you got a
modifiers have been
16?
added,
Is
it's
that right?
20.
I rolled a 17 with a -1.
Incredible. All right, 1 second. I need to do brain calculations by using a calculator on my computer. Smile. So we got a 16. We got a 15.
Mhm.
We got a 1. And we got, what did Jesliann get? 10?
10.
Divided by 4, your average is a 10.5.
Oh no.
Is that good or bad?
And I would say,
I believe that.
Good or bad?
well,
I
if it's a
don't know.
group check, the average is 10. If it's individual, we have 3 passes and 1, or we have 2 passes and 2 failures. So instead,
Good for the half.
if you get halfsies, it's still a failure. So what I'll do is instead of a failure, because you don't have odd numbers anymore,
You
it
said
will be
no.
what's called a mixed success.
What does that
So
mean?
you get what you
Wait,
want,
do
but at a cost.
Oh.
Okay.
As I
Does he want
listen,
to bribe?
he says, listen,
Oh, right. I forgot.
I kind of believe you,
I'm
but this
listening.
one's kind of fucking with me. That whip still got me a little shady, and I don't think letting y'all in is gonna be a good idea. You need to convince me.
What's wrong with my whip?
He's like, you need to convince me. He like reaches by his belt and like shows a coin purse. He's like, you need to convince me it's a good idea to let you in.
Wait. Okay. Tell me what. And I'm actually looking at everyone else. Tell you what. Why don't I bring the guard that was in charge last night here, and he can tell us. I'm sure he'll be happy enough to.
That guard
come all the
wouldn't
way
mind
here.
if I told you to buzz off with the tip of the spear in your backside.
I'm sure he would, considering that his shift is over, and he's the one who told us to deal with this.
Is it possible I know that we failed.
Yeah.
Can we try an intimidation at
Sure,
all?
you can try an
Actually,
intimidation
I
check.
tried-
Who's would like to do it?
So that's
Goldy?
what I was trying to do. I was trying to attempt it, but I'm not good at it. That's why I'm just like.
Well, you're the one who took it up, Bucko. You got to pony up with your intimidation check. I will allow Layla to back you up.
When my backing up is, I take my fan out and I go to wrap his hand. And be like, no bribing.
So if you want to do, if you're basically building off of a failed check, you will have either advantage or both of you can roll one, and I will take the higher result of your 2 checks. The DC has now increased because you are building on a failure.
Okay, Layla, do you want to roll one, or should I do it with advantage?
I have a +3 intimidation, but I've
Also,
been
the
rolling
cost
really
of
bad.
the failure will increase.
I have -1.
Let me go ahead and.
Wait, what? Do you have -1
I
in
guess-
You go do one. I'll do one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do one, I do one.
Okay, what's the results?
Just to be clear, I'm angry because of the whip comment. That's why I pressed forward.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Carrie, what did you let
Oh,
Layla get?
no.
I got a 17.
Okay, you pass the check with a 17.
Woo.
He says, all right.
I'm
Wow,
wrapping the
listen.
hand
There's
that
4
has
of you.
the
There's
clipper.
1 of me. Leave my fucking spear out of this. I'll let you in.
brought it up.
I'm sorry. I don't get dealt children every day. Fuck me. The person you guys want to go talk to is the head of the site's blast gaffer, Sleece. You can talk to him.
Can you say that one more time? I didn't.
No,
I didn't
fuck
understand what
off.
you just said.
And he
Bob,
goes
say
and
it one
opens
more
the door
time.
for you. Get the fuck in there. I don't want to see you in for a while.
Can Bob tell us what it was? It was the what?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's Sleece. SL. I'm dyslexic. SLEESE.
SLEESE.
Yeah. And he said he when he referenced Sleece.
So what is he supposed to be? He's head
Blast gaffer.
Blast gaffer.
That's what-
Blast gaffer.
Head blast.
laugh gasser.
Thank you, Cari, for your spoonerizing.
Gaffer. Interesting terminology.
Shield gaffer.
Gaffer. Gaffer's the term for a...
Well, I mean, like there's 3 of us, and like I didn't expect to hear that here.
Well, because it's an actual term.
So
for
the door
like,
opens and a plume of black fog just kind of comes out. So and it is pungent sulfur and blasting powder. And Layla, as it hits you, you can kind of see this minor firecrackers just kind of like with all the fire and the heat around you. You're just like, this might be a little dangerous, so maybe you kind of like lower your heart rate a little bit to kind of cool down just so you can go inside and not explode the place with just being fire.
No, actually, what I'll do is I'll just
You start fanning yourself. Very nice. Incredible. All right, so you guys pile in there. This place is a fucking
I'm
mess.
fanning it onto the people behind.
Yeah. This place is a mess. There's not very many people in here, but it's not hard to find Sleece. He looks like a balding gentleman who is a another gnome, and he's got a shock of a what you would think at first glance is a shock of like a mustache that's just kind of shooting out, like he was put his fingers in an outlet, and his beard is kind of the same, just like, and then like the hair is kind of the kind of that monk cut where it starts like a half circle and then kind of goes down, but it does again look like he put his finger out and goes like on the backside. All of them are singed, and when you get closer to him, you realize that it's not actually black hair, but white hair doused with blasting powder. Yeah,
I'm literally about to ask
completely
that.
filled with blasting powder.
Okay.
And he's missing some teeth. And he's just muttering to himself and like moving some things and moving barrels and filling blast powder, and like he's also making blast powder by like mixing some certain minerals and grinding things with a bunch of mortar and pestles. He's got like 20 different stations. It looks like an orchestra of chaos. Just all this shit in there. And clearly he knows exactly where he's going because every movement he does seems very on purpose, but this place is a hot mess.
Okay.
I love this.
Are there other people in here or just him?
There are other people, but they are keeping their distance from this guy.
Oh,
Okay.
They're like mostly sweeping and cleaning. This guy seems to be the entirety of the work facility. I would also say that You know what? No, that's not true. This building's huge. I'd say he's got probably other people in the facility that are doing similar things, but in a much more organized fashion. You have to go pretty much to the back of the building and find this guy in his own like workspace, but he has a very large workspace compared to the other people.
Is he missing any fingers, Rob?
Make a perception check.
That's a 8. No good.
Can't tell. His hands are completely covered in soot anyways. Kind of just blend in. They're like buried in something. Just...
Excuse me?
What?
Hello?
You interrupted me. What do you want?
We have a few questions.
Well, hurry it up. What is it?
And I freeze up.
Well then shut up. I'm gonna go back to work.
No. Is anything gone missing here?
What do you mean?
Like, are any fireworks? Have they been stolen? Any powder? Has they been stolen?
Any what? Fireworks?
Yes.
Well, yes, there have been a spate of robberies to the west of there, and they'd had some raw materials stolen, and we've been charged with investigating this by the Crown.
He like runs over to
Guard.
a desk while you're talking, Jesliann, and just completely cuts you off. Shuffles under some boxes and lifts like 4 or 5 different like small crates that are like this big. Think of like a miniaturized crate that's like filled with some knickknacks and metal pieces. He just kind of like shoves them to the back. One of them falls on the floor. He's like, oh shit. And then grabs like the like another one of those metal clipboards you've seen, kind of like shuffles through them, and then like throws it on another desk, and then grabs like a journal, and then kind of licks his finger where his tongue just goes instantly black from the soot, and goes, and then like spits on the floor, and then kind of shuffles through a couple pages like, yes, I know this, and kind of like flips back and forth between the page that are basically mostly covered in soot, kind of hard to read. He doesn't seem to be flicking back and forth between the pages to be checking them. He's just doing it to get the shit off of them. So he's just kind of like, and then kind of like looks at it and is like, all things. Yeah, closes the ledger, and you see this like plume of smoke come out of the ledger, just, and then he like sets it on the desk, and another plume just. Black powder just kind of comes out of it. All blasting powder is accounted for, and I don't work with the fireworks. That's somewhere else in the facility.
Oh, okay.
And then he coughs at the end of it. Just
Kind of
okay,
like it off him a little.
thank you. Did you have anything else go missing other than black powder? Had there been any something like tools or metal?
we have a
metal
proper
ingots?
guard force of our own outside of the Crown's Guard that organizes outside of our facility and keeps us guarded. There is no problems, and this ledger has no errors.
That is good. I believe you, sir.
Yes,
Who is in charge of the fireworks?
that would be all of us.
You just said you weren't in charge of it.
We are a well-oiled machine. We all work together. I do the powder.
Right. Who
Okay.
talk about
To
the
be more specific, yeah.
The next
who-
person works
who
with the
was-
paper. And then after that, the rocketry. And then the stems. And then the ledgers for selling.
So
Oh,
everything
okay.
is firework.
Okay, well,
You figured it out. You're
we could-
genius. And he like just kind of opens his eyes and then goes back to instantly stoic. And he's like, can I get back to work, please?
I Layla. The rocketry. That one has explosives.
Rocketry. Oh, okay.
Listen, I have a lot of ground to cover with
not.
because we are missing our most proper artisan. From now on, our best artisan has left the facility. And I have to get back to work. We are so behind.
Who is missing? What? We're investigating.
What do you mean?
There was a prison break last night. There were many explosives that went boom inside the prison. And we believe there's blasting powder. Are you good at detecting blasting powder? Can you tell if it's blasting powder?
How many
from
questions?
your
One at a
place?
time.
Who disappeared?
Her name is Nimma. Yes, Nimma. Sorry, this is Rob. Nimma Cinerid.
Nim- Nima.
Nima Cinnarid. Cinnarid is spelled C-I-N-N-A-R-I-D. I've written her in the ledgers a few times, but not very often. Clearly.
Cari, please tell me how that was written, because I was talking to
Nima is N-I-M-A. Nima.
Oh.
And then the last name is Cinnard, like Cinnabar Island for Pokemon players. Cinna. R-I-D. Cinnarid. She was this Firemark facility's most diligent supplier of raw materials and our skilled crafter of high-quality blasting powder. She did excellent work, and now I have to do hers and mine. So you can excuse me for being a bit peeved.
When did she go missing?
Yes, well, they said.
What do you mean missing? She's just ill. She's out for work.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant she was a missing person.
No, she's been missing from the facility. I didn't say that she's been disappeared. That would be much more nefarious. She's just ill.
Okay.
Supposedly. She's been missing for a couple of weeks now. So she didn't put in a notice of how long she was going to be sick for, of course, because no one knows. But a few weeks is a bit far-fetched to be skipping out on work.
So how do you know that she's ill then?
What do you mean? She's been working here for years.
Yes, but you said that no one's seen her for weeks. How do you know that she's been ill? Like, did she tell you? Did someone else?
She sent in a notice at the beginning of being ill. Yes. But as things are, when you are ill, you just put in a notice that you're going to be sick when you are sick, and there is no end date in sight. Just too sick to be coming back.
For weeks?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're far too busy with her out of here. I haven't had a chance to send a person of interest to go and check on her house.
Well, you know, we could follow that up.
That would be lovely. It would unbury me in my work.
You'd be quite fine if you tell us her address where we can, her residence, and we can follow that up.
Yes, just a moment. Let me fetch her ledger. And he runs off to an office and slams the door and comes back and he says, I would be most appreciated if you would figure out what the hell is wrong with her so that I may personally buy her some medicine because I have too much work to do. Please. Here you are.
Sorry,
and he hands you an address.
One last question. How long does it take you to make one rocket from scratch?
How big? He like takes a solid moment calculating with his head. You can see him just like.
Well, let's say that the numeric value of the rocket is in question, and instead we go for the yield. Big enough to say blow open a room, say a cell.
That is a question of concentrate then. His eye starts twitching and he starts looking up. Could probably make 5 in an hour. If the concentrate is good enough and the materials are good.
Can you identify if the blast powder in this is from this facility?
He snatches it from you. Do you resist?
Nope.
Just grabs it from your hands. Actually, no. He's shorter than you, and you're tall. He jumps and just goes.
Oh yeah.
And like lands on the ground and goes.
Is he a gnome? He's a gnome.
It reminds me of Brock.
Who's Brock? From Pokemon?
From God of War.
What did you ask, Mesh? Sorry.
Oh, from God of War?
If the blasting powder is from here.
I'll tell you later.
All blasting powder is from here, and this is no different. And he hands it back to you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you are okay. I also believe that there is nothing unaccounted for here.
Also, just a moment. He like dusts off some papers.
Okay.
Oh dear. This isn't the first time I've been reading this. This may have some more things to explain. Sorry.
Oh.
And he hands you this paper. The paper says, it has some person's name that's been like blasted off of the paper, and under at the bottom of the paper, basically probably whoever gave him this note, and it says, "Dear Sleaze, Dr. Sleaze, 4 different workers have visited Nima's house. She refuses to let us in. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Oh, okay. So people. Okay, so
Dude.
there were people that tried to see how she was. She refused. She refused to let them in. Well, that's
You see
That's
him kind of
really
slump down and
strange.
sit in a swivel chair that has no back. It's just one of the rotating ones by his work desk. And he's slowly idle spinning on it. And he's like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Maybe you should take a break.
Oh dear. No breaks.
So why are you like this now? What does this mean to you?
Rob, he's given us the address, right?
Yeah, you guys have the address.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm on prime of information.
Do we
What?
have it on the map?
A little motivation for being rude. He like grabs a bag and plops it on the table. Again, another small plume. This blasting powder I will give you as a gift if you check on her today, please.
okay.
You will do that? We'll probably return because we'll
Take
need
it.
more info.
Take it.
Oh, thank
What-
you very much.
Wait.
I give it to Shiva.
Yeah, Shiva, you can add blasting powder to your inventory, like one pouch.
Wait, what is this reaction? What I feel like there's something you know that is quite problematic. What
It is not what I know. It is what I know now that I got from this note that has been covered in my work. I haven't even had a chance to read or follow up with her.
And
Oh
what
dear,
is this
she cannot be gone. I need a
Sorry.
partner. He's like freaking out now.
I grab you and I pull you up beside me like, this man is stressed and has lack of sleep. That's why he's reacting.
His eyes are like
Look at him.
bloodshot.
Look at him, he is
I'm
not
brewing some
well.
coffee. I'll be right back.
I
Like, runs into his office and slams the door.
Be something wrong. I only say because I feel like there's something more going on here. Like clearly this woman can make more than she needs to create that explosion. And 5 days, did he say? Like how could
Yes,
she make
no,
more?
Kaidi, you are correct. I just
Yes.
don't think he has the answers to it.
Oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got all overexcited. Okay. Right. Thank you. Oh, he's already gone. Maybe we should go then.
Diaz is loving this character, by the way.
Rob, this character is great. It's reminding me of you know who.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was inspiration for it, of course.
Where's you know her?
He's great. There's a
black
Critical Role
powder
character
salesman.
that has it.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Mash, since you were looking
doing
for
great.
it, he is missing a pinky, but like the very end. It looks like it was crushed, actually. It wasn't like blown off. It looks like it was crushed. Probably from stress of like using the mortar too much
Ooh.
or too fast, one of the two. But he works with powder and he's smart about it. He's not like the other guy who has literally invented black powder in the other continent and just blew shit up until he figured it out.
You know that's how the dynamite was made.
All right.
The guy who invented
If
it
you guys would
exploded.
like to know on the map where you should go, it will be H6 when it is revealed. I think this is one of the last. Okay. Yeah. So H6 is right before I started switching things over to white. So this will be a red
What do you mean
marker.
H6? Oh, the marker.
Oh, we're
It's
over.
not up yet.
It is there. North side of the lower Hupperduke. Her house is way up there.
Ah, I see. Other side.
As we leave, can I just like take out my whip and just like slam it to the ground? Like, oh look, it's still working in front of the guard, and to just keep walking forward.
I didn't even know that your character had that
I'm
whip. I'm gonna be
angry.
honest.
Don't throw a fit in front of him.
I'm not throwing a fit. I'm just testing out my whip in an open area where I'm allowed to do so.
What's your armor
Is
class,
that your
Goldy?
main? Is that your?
What's your armor class?
16.
You feel a poke on the shield on your back
Oh,
as you get
Who's that?
pushed.
Oh, something wrong? I keep walking forward. I don't even stop. I'm just walking. I don't even care.
He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
And if you're not looking at him, you don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. I just feel it.
Kaidi, I feel like I need to take an older sister role with you as someone who's older than you and let you know that's probably not the best way to interact with people, you know?
some people deserve to not know that they can't just push other people around. I hate those kind of people. I don't.
That is good to know. I don't either. Don't antagonize them. Also, how old are you actually?
Oh,
69, nice.
I think I would be around my 30s. I haven't been keeping track, to be honest with you.
Oh,
You don't know how old you are?
Well, I've been kind of moving around a lot the last few years. Birthdays are a luxury I don't really care for at this current moment.
well, then I'm sorry. I'm about 24, so you're older than me.
What? But you're more mature, right? You're more mature. You're more mature.
It's our upbringing.
You're older than me. However, what I said still stands.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do that anything like that in front of the group. I just
Wait,
hate
what?
bullies
No,
like that.
I get it. I understand. You must have some sort of interaction with people like that in your past.
Too
But
much.
how you antagonize them also affects us. And I don't want them to come after me all angry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't really consider that. I thought.
That's right. Think of the consequences.
Stink of the
Okay,
consequences.
Sorry, I've kind of been.
Okay.
Think of the consequences.
Stink of them.
I've kind of been doing alone, so I'm sorry. I didn't really think about it would affecting all of you. Okay, I promise I'll behave, no
Good.
matter how much bullying is going on.
You guys like run into somebody as you're talking that's like carrying a crate. Oh, I'm sorry. Just trying to get through.
He didn't
A really
pick one,
thick
did he?
dude, just like very burly and also very like beer belly gnome. Just like carrying a massive crate that's like 3 times the size. It's basically like an ant.
wait, he couldn't
Somebody that's like
pickpocket you
small but
then.
can carry something way bigger than them.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he could pickpocket at the same time.
He has
Unless
no
he
hand
has
to pickpocket with.
he might have a spare hand. I don't know.
A tail. Does he have a tail?
A tail. Prehensile tail.
All right. I accepted my older younger sister.
You know,
Sure.
I use you're very mature for your age, Layla.
Oh, well, that's
Very-
because probably
Very
my
wise. Oh yes, you're training quite
training trained to protect, to be a bodyguard.
right. Well, that's you know, if I need protecting, I know where to go.
I've got your back.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Jodie,
to
I
know.
feel like you're just playing a pedestrian. It's so wonderful. it's like a bunch of warriors and clerics and like fucking Iron Man over here, and then you're just playing a fucking librarian.
Yeah, basically, yeah. 'cause
Oh, you want to check out a book? That's so great. I love that one.
yeah, she's like,
Oh, like Caidi is so fascinated when,
Oh,
when you
God.
talk about your stuff. She just like enraptured with it.
All right, so you guys kind of bustle over. Again, the activities in the city are spectacular. There are certain areas that are like well-oiled chaos and others that look like a machine in work. People moving things, lifts, pulleys, moving people, gangways that are powered by steam. You even can see that there does seem to be a large, what would be considered a more mechanical looking catapult that is being carted through the city. Ballista that seem to have no way for a pulley system to pull back the ropes by themselves. It looks like they've been fully automated in some way, shape, or form. Jesliann, this would be fascinating to you. There is mech-based type of things that are covered. Like you can see there's some sort of mechanisms, but it's all covered in these massive tarps as they're being wheeled through the city to a central location beyond your vision. But there are war efforts going on here. Things seem to be being built for war, and there is certain things that are well known in all parts of the country and other places in the world of Wildemount in this continent, like the ballistas and the catapults that don't need to be covered because they're not a secret. But your guess is that they're probably trying to make something undercover and a secret for the Dwendalian Empire. And as you go towards the waypoint on your map, you approach a nice north end of Ironlot and a humble abode that Slee's Firemark directed you to with this sheet of paper and a map. The green painted wooden walls are streaked with dirt that has been washed down with rain. A sign hangs in front of the door as you approach the front that just says, "Sickness within, do not disturb." And their curtains, as you can see on the front windows, are all drawn and closed.
Okay. Could
Is this like a separate house, or is this like this tiny apartment kind of?
It seems to be a little bit longer than it is wide. But yeah, it's not a very big home. It does seem to be like a one-person home. Perhaps there's enough room for like a kitchen, living space combined maybe inside. But it's hard to really tell from this angle because the windows are all closed. There is a smokestack on the roof in the front side of the house, to the right of the door. And the windows that you can see that are drawn are basically on the front two sides of the house. And there does seem to be, if you were to kind of peek your way around both sides of the house, there seems to be 2 windows on your right side of the house and 1 window on the left. But it does seem like the front of the house is a little bit wider than the back end because it kind of covers the back side of the house a little bit. So it's like an inverted L shape, like that on the house.
Right.
Could I
There's
do?
space in the back.
Could I do like an investigation to see if there is like uncollected post or mail or like newspapers? Is there milk left out? I mean, have people been delivering her food? She's been in here for 2 weeks. Have people been delivering her food? Because it says sick. The sign says sickness, no entry or something like that, right? So
yeah, give me just an investigation check real quick.
Okie dokie, 1 second.
Okie dokie, yeah, the chokey.
Oh, for God's sake!
What'd you get?
It wasn't good, was it? It was a 6.
I mean, I can't see it. I don't have my iPad open tonight, so you have to tell me.
A 6.
A 6. Okay. Yeah, wonderful. You do see probably where the mail would go. There's like a little lip in the door, where the mail can go through. But the mail doesn't seem to have any good way of getting in through that lip, or it's like, if there was mail to be delivered, that you can't really tell if it's been a while or not. You can't really peek in through the house with it. It's kind of like sealed from the outside type of thing. Can't really push it through very well. It's one of those ones that's like angled, so when you push the letters through, you can't like push your fingers in and kind of see. You can basically just see like a little bit of the ceiling. That's about it. So yeah, nothing really there. The door, if you try the lock, it's locked.
Oh, it locks, yeah.
Yeah,
And you said the curtains are drawn and everything.
yeah, the curtains are drawn on the inside of the house. The windows are closed.
That include like if I want to go look. You said there's like on the right side there's 2 windows.
Do you want to go
On
around the
left side,
house?
there's one. If I want, yeah, I would like to go around the house and check any windows or.
Yeah, if you go around and do a house, I would like a perception check, please.
Yeah, I'd also
Or
like to check
investigation.
to see if there's like black powder that's some like a trail that by the doors or stuff. Where's
That would be extremely dangerous if wouldn't it? If there was just powder
like if
outside.
they're bringing it
mean-
in to make stuff.
I mean,
Investigation,
it is cobalt.
Rob? Investigation?
Yeah, it'll be investigation for this one.
Well, I have a +0, so that's a total of 15.
Okay, there is a total of 4 windows in the house.
Okay.
All 4 windows are on the left sides and the right side of the house. As you go on the left side of the house, or basically your right facing the door, the house is kind of a standard distance long. But when you go on your left or my right, facing north of the house, there seems to be a shorter side of the house and a longer side of the house. On the shorter side of the house, there does actually seem to be a back door where the house kind of goes down and in. There's a door into the house this way, and then the wall kind of just continues. So there does seem to be a little bit of a back door, but it's kind of like a back side door, if you will.
When you say down and in, does it look like it could be a hatch that could go down underground? Like a basement?
No, the door goes into the house, Cari.
Okay.
Like a back door of a house.
Oh.
Guys,
You
It's
did
in the
say
side
down-
of the
you did
house.
say down and in.
Well,
It's
like
down
I
and
said,
in,
like if you're
so-
looking at the house's layout, it's not just a box. It's like an L shape. So there's a little bit of a
okay, it's an
wide
L
section
shape.
here. So you go around this section, and from just peeking, it looks like there's more house down here, but you don't know what's between them. So when you go behind this
down into the
section,
south
you go
down.
down to the south side. There's actually where that divot is in the house. There's a door there, and then
Gotcha.
there's a window on the south
Okay.
side.
Right, okay.
So there's
then.
2 windows that are on the south sides. There's 2 windows on the north sides, but they're both on the sides of the house. And then where the top of the house is wider than the bottom of the house. And between those 2 windows on the right side of the map, I guess you could say, if you're looking top down, north, south, you guys are looking at it the other way. So it'd be on your left as a character, but top down looking at the house, it would be on the right side.
It's
And I'm
confusing.
assuming this.
Is it single story?
Yes. It's a pretty homely looking cottage looking building.
I'm assuming
Doesn't look
that
well
it
kept either.
doesn't have a sign print for like there's a sign in the front door that says sickness within. There's no sign like that in the back door.
No, back door is completely unmarked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you with me, Shiva?
I'd be at the back. Yeah, I'd probably want to stand guard in the back in case they run back.
Do you want to ask?
Do you see any footprints around here? If we're assuming this is their base of operation,
That's a good
we
point.
might see footprints from the kobolds or the Goliaths.
Okay, I'll look for that. Do I need to roll investigation again?
Sorry, what are you doing?
Looking for footprints of kobolds or Goliaths.
Sure, make a survival check, please.
Ooh, survival. Ooh, that's a 17. Probably a minus goes along with it.
Oops.
17 plus 1, 18.
That's basic math.
Big enough for last week.
There do not seem to be any tracks around the house.
Okay, so like no one's been going in and out. Interesting.
Guys, I realize that we might be in a spot of danger, but perhaps we should just simply knock on the door. There's still the possibility that there might not be any foul play.
You want to knock on the
I'll-
front or the back?
Well, we can knock on the door. We was just having a quick,
Front.
quick snoop
I know.
first.
I just didn't want to barge in before we make that decision. But
If we are
Sure.
knocking, I will stand guard in the back in case we have a runner.
okay, I'll go to
Okay.
the back. Excuse me, to the front. Just knock.
Stay in the back with you. We can have
Oh, I'm
those
sorry, pardon me.
front,
Yeah,
and then
two
you
in
and
the
I stay
front, two in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Where am I going? Front or back?
Yeah, you two go to the front and knock on the door, and we'll stand back here just in case people, come out the
Okay,
back.
that sounds good. So I knock on the door. Hello? Hello, is anyone there? Your boss has sent us. We want to check on you. Hello?
I'm sick.
Okay. Because I have a hunch here. Could I possibly discern what kind of voice that is?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
What is your passive insight, actually? You may not have to roll.
My passive insight is 16.
Okay.
Have
I will
heard
send you a
this
DM.
voice?
How's that?
Okay. Okay.
Did we hear the voice in the back? Or is it just enough in the front?
Jodie heard the voice?
Just now, I'm standing with you. I'm with you, right?
Okay.
Well, yeah, I heard it.
I grab the arm of Jesliann and go, that doesn't sound right.
No?
That doesn't sound like what a gnome would sound like.
Well, yeah, the voice was still
doesn't
raspy.
Something's wrong.
Yes.
Let's go back to the others and tell them that whatever we're going to do, I think we need to prepare for the worst.
Okay.
I would advise that you go away so you don't get the sickness. I don't want to get you sick.
Yes. Well, thanks. Yeah, good advice.
It's bad.
Does that sound familiar to you? I feel like I can't quite put my finger on it. Anyway, let's go to the others. Okay. Okay. I guess we'll see you later.
Did we hear her voice in the back also, or just in the front?
If you guys are kind of making a loop, I would say you could probably hear it if you're on the side of the door of the back door. I mean, the house is small, guys. Like, it's not very big. It's maybe 5, 10, 15, 20. How would I say this? I'm gonna eyeball it 1 second. It's maybe like 30, 40 feet long, like 25, 30 feet wide. It's tiny. I mean, the place is, most of the houses are kind of like this. Like these people work hard, right? They go to bed at their house. They might read, they might study, they might have very light leisure, but these people kind of spend their days working and boozing, and that's it. Like, I mean, this is like Tokyo apartment, right? Like, people live in Tokyo, go to work all day, way too fucking much, shit work culture, and they get shit-faced as fuck, and then they do it all again. That's Hupperduke, boys. Boys and girls, that's Hupperduke.
Okay. So, okay, we're all together now, right?
Yeah, you guys could loop around the house if you want.
Okay,
I relay information to the others.
Yeah.
And Rob, you said all the windows are blacked out?
All the curtains are drawn in the windows, are all closed.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Casey. So it's Caidi. Caidi.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, sorry. Yes. Hi.
Yes. We're going to get our comrades up to date.
Yeah. I've already did that. Hi. Yes. That voice. It didn't sound correct. Like, it didn't sound like what a female gnome would sound like. It wasn't really. How do I say this tastefully? Didn't sound like it was someone who was actually sick. More like someone who just wanted to make us leave. I don't want to jump the gun in assuming what we're going to do, but I feel like whatever action we do here, do we have the authority to do it? And if we don't, maybe we should go get the guards involved?
Well, I don't know if we have any authority to, break people's doors down or anything like that. So maybe we can avoid that. But it would be good if we... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
We can give him a letter that would perhaps allow us to enter the homes, because we were told to check.
Which letter? What letter?
Sorry, Sleaze. Dr. Sleaze actually said that we could check on her, and technically speaking, we haven't checked on her yet, have we? We don't know what's going on. So
okay, so shall we go back and say to her, well, we're gonna have to be a little bit creative. Let's just say let's say we have magic inoculations. We have magic inoculations, and we're not going to get ill. So just let us in, and we're going to check on you. Okay? We'll just say something like that.
Oh, like we heard about your sick. Like
Yes, because we just say we can't get ill.
We have the medication.
Yeah,
I recommend you stay away. Yeah, it's quite bad.
We're here to help. We have the cure for your illness.
Yes, if you open up the door, we can help you get better very quickly.
Caidi,
We
make a deception check, please.
Okay, wait, pause. Rob, this is exactly the kind of character I want. A character who's bad at stuff, but is still trying to do it.
I will at least be fair to make a contested check.
Make a what? A contested
check.
Oh, high rollers, go on. I've got an 8.
Roll again, because I also got an 8.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Are you rolling against each other?
Try it again. I got a 15.
Okay, I got a 9.
Yes! I did it, guys!
Well... okay.
Wait, that worked? I don't look at everyone else. That worked.
Okay.
You hear some clicking behind the latch of the locked door.
Okay.
I actively to take out my what do you call it? The kit. Fuck. What's it called?
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not the healer. I don't usually like.
You are the healer.
I know. I'm not normally.
Oh, okay.
No.
You take out the kit.
Wait,
so
sorry. Okay,
you...
I don't have it. I'm just gonna take out my alchemy supplies just because I'm still part of the deception. Why the heck not? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So it looks like we have medicine.
Yeah. Just add to the illusion. Oh, do I not have them?
I hand you a pouch of ointment.
Oh, thank you.
I would like to walk up with you so that
I
if
don't
the
have
door
it, okay.
opens, I can like shove a fan like in the crack.
Okay.
I start heading to the back door in case some shit goes down in the
We're
back.
still at the back door, aren't we? Because they
No,
came
we're
around
in the
us.
front.
I
We
knocked
looked
at the
around.
front door.
So
we
wait.
We
So
looked around.
as the door
I thought you guys came
unlocks,
around
what's
us.
going on? Sorry, what's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna be at the front door with my alchemy kit, pretending that like I have goods, as it were, and I assume that the others, except for
Are you using one hand or two hands to hold the alchemy supplies?
I'm gonna use one hand.
So what's the other hand doing? Opening the door, I'm assuming?
Well, I assume
I
that
thought she opened the door.
They're not opening the door, they just unlocked it.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm assuming I will open the door then.
Okay.
And-
So I would like a marching order just so I can be clear, because this is a small house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
it doesn't have to necessarily be a marching order. It's rather who's going in after one another is probably the better way of saying it.
I would probably be first.
I'll go right behind you holding an action, so if someone moves to close the door, I'm jamming my fan so it can't close on them.
Okay. So you're holding an action to keep the door open, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Mesh and Jodie, who's next in the order of 3?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go next.
And then Mesh, you'll pull up the rear
Third.
in case someone like runs to run away or something, or.
Yeah, I'll be the blockade at the end.
Okay. Now I will let you guys know that the street is not very wide here. It's more narrow. So you guys are kind of like piled in this way, and the door is facing down, if you will. Like, so think about this like if we were like on a battle map, that's what it would be like. There's a narrow way here. You guys are kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, and then the door's this way. So you kind of have to go like that. There's a little bit more space between the houses than on the road, but at least in this area, because it's more residential, and the houses are pretty tight outside of that little space between them. Does that make sense?
No. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter.
All right, so Goldy, you said your passive perception is?
My passive perception is 16.
All right, that is exactly the DC for this.
Oh my god, are we gonna have a little
As
moment here?
you open the door, you can see beyond the. You have dark vision, correct?
Yes, I do.
All right. You can see.
Miss Nima?
Let's see. Boom.
We'll be back.
You alright?
I need to get on a different place so that I can read this. Reading is so fun. Okay. You can see in the house as the door cracks open. Let me just double check this really quickly. Oh yeah. Okay. Underneath, sorry, when you look in the house, to your immediate left is what looks to be like a water basin and a kitchen with a cabinet mounted on the ceiling, like to the wall. Very quaint. And then behind that looks to be another wall where the jettisoned kind of sidewall kind of tapers in. You can see the back door from your vision. And you can also see from the south side, there's 2 more doors that seem to lead to 2 other rooms with a wardrobe closet between them. Or a cabinet, basically probably holding dishes, would be your normal assumption. There's another one behind a central table in the room with a chair knocked over. And there looks to be a bunch of rubble back by the back door. Just a bunch of broken shit by the back door. Okay? With your passive perception, and the entire house is blacked out. Like, it's very dark in here, okay? Because there's no light in. There's a single candle lit on the table that is burning very low. And a cloaked kobold is hiding underneath of the table.
Yeah.
And and then to the left where you look, like that little basin in the kitchen area, there seems to be another door there. All 3 of these doors, with the exception of the back door that's leading outside, all 3 of those doors are barely propped open, and you can see the lantern light reflections of 3 more pairs of beady eyes reflecting from the candlelight, ready to pounce.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to pick up next time.
Okay.
Unless
Yay!
you would like to do some combat, because it will be initiative. And there is no surprise, but I will let you guys decide how you want to act before we do the initiative thing. Because Goldy's passive worked to see them before they jump.
So we get to jump on them?
Deception.
No,
Okay.
you don't get to jump on them per se. There will be no surprise, but you can have an initiative round. You can decide what you guys want to do before the initiative is rolled.
So
like a little bit of planning, if you will.
I can't carry on the deception, can I?
So Cari and Jodie and Mesh, do you guys want to play a little bit longer, or would you like to wrap up here?
I would like to wrap up, please, because I'm getting a bit tired. I mean, you can carry on. I'll just listen, but I am getting a little bit.
Do you want to take like a 5 to 10 minute break and then keep going, or do you want to be done, Jodie?
But everyone else doesn't want to take a 5 to 10 minute break, right?
Oh,
Cari's already on a break right now. She's doing the business, man.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she has to take a second. We had Indian food today, to give you a little bit of a heads up.
Okay. Thank you. This is enough.
Put this on man. She had Indian food today, okay?
Jodie, if you want to take a break, we don't.
Do you guys want to take 10 minutes and then go back for a little bit? Or do you got stuff to do?
Is this the time we normally would finish or not?
This is
pretty much the exact time.
So we have 8 to 11 is exactly 3 hours for us. So it is exactly the 3 hour mark. But you guys have not gotten a chance to do any combat today. So if you want to, we can do some today.
I mean, that's true, but I'm personally, I'm starting to like wane a little bit, because I actually didn't. Yeah, another thing about it. I didn't get a lot of sleep and stuff like that, and I've had to take a lot of pain meds. So I'm not feeling the best right now. So I don't know if I can really continue for much longer. But it depends if you're going to go into combat or not.
Well, like I said, we're at a decent cliffhanger here, or we can do like a round of combat and then finish. I mean, you guys are level 1, so This combat ain't gonna be a long time. This is not your level 10 combat. It's like y'all level 1. It'll probably be like a round, maybe 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you know yourself better than I do, Jodie, when it comes to this sort of thing after playing for 3 hours. And Cari
Yeah,
will be back shortly. She's just now finishing up, but
yeah,
Magic Spoo talk.
What?
Magic Spoo talk.
Why
I
are we?
decided that shit.
Why are we bringing it up again?
Because
Jodie,
she's probably
Jodie.
doing it.
jeez, Cari, cool it.
What you want to do, Jodie?
I said cool it with the spray beer.
I personally would like to end because
Okay.
I know
Okay.
I'm starting to fade
All right.
a bit. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Sounds good.
Would you guys like to see the map then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Now you cannot move your tokens, and I will change it back to Hupperduke just so you guys don't look around the house during the week.
I am a
I'm
giant.
huge.
We're not gonna look around the house during the week.
So I think only really Layla and Caidi can see a little bit of the house. You guys are kind of back behind the door.
Oh, I can't see anything anyway. No.
Yeah.
I can see pretty much all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
all the
where's
doors are open, so you can see them.
Yeah.
I can just see nothing.
Can you see
I
the
just see
desks and stuff in
4.
the other rooms, Goldy?
Yeah, I can see what appears to be a sink or something on a table, maybe.
Yeah.
On
Makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
maybe it's because these things have vision. Ah, yes. I will turn that off.
See like where Caidi is in the door, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm
see.
showing the battle map, Care.
This room is going to be so small to fight in.
Yeah, it is. That's why it's going to be fun. So, Goldy, I will show you. Can you see this one here?
Yep.
Okay.
Just an outline of it.
Yep, that's the one you can see there, and then I can see what you can see now.
Yeah, I can see 4 in total.
Okay, yep, that's what you can see. The one to the left has got full cover. You cannot shoot it or interact with it at all. But the other 3 you can see and attack or do anything you want to with them. And Cari, I think, can't see anything from memory. Let me just... Oh yeah, Cari can basically see the vegetables in the sink, and that's it.
So, are we definitely going into combat, or is this still a chance for deception?
Actually, I need to close the stream so that Jodie can peace out if she wants to. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was our second session. I know it's been mislabeled in the VOD. I'll change that and update it later. Thank you guys so much for watching session 2 of Under the Surface.
Yeah.
Is it Saturday yet?
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.